Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, aliens and aardvarks, what is going on? Welcome to episode 24 of Can't Stop Playing. Thank God it's pod day. This is backwards. I'm GhostRobo, also known as Zach, and joining me are two hosts. Very unhappy with my ramshackle performance at the start of this show.
No, it's good. Run with it.
All right, we've got Gabe.
You said you're GhostRobo, otherwise known as Zach. I think it's the other way around.
I'm Zach.
That's right, Gabe. How does it feel to get the most uninspired introduction of the week? Huh?
Dude, I'm cool with it, man. Like I said, you get edited first, man. Leave me alone.
Is that a ketchup Star Wars crossover shirt, Gabe? It's got mustard and ketchup and dripping.
Oh.
No, just a Star Wars shirt that I thought looked cool. I like the color combination.
The mustard and ketchup colors?
Well, no, it's like a super light red. And a nice yellow. I don't know, man. Leave me alone.
You look pretty stylish today, Gabe.
Yeah, I just want Tom Brady to play. That's all I want.
He's a punk. And speaking of punks, a man packing a huge punch from the far north.
Appropriate. I'm wearing a CM Punk hoodie. So
exactly.
There you go.
He's got more moves than a WWE wrestler. He's got more style than Sean Combs. He has more hair than Jay-Z and more knowledge than all of us combined. Introducing the one, the only, Mark Blitzwinger!
Mark.
I should have like John Cena's music.
You got a full-on wrestling intro this time.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, I don't know if it was necessarily cool. It was kind of going like, and then it just tanked like as it was continuing. But yeah, what's going on?
We'll call it the Fantastic Four of intros.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was all right at the beginning, and then it just falls apart.
Speaking of four, we have a fourth chair this week.
Oh, we have a guest.
Let me summon our guest from the far city of New York City. Joining us for the first time in a long time. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I
guessed correctly.
Taylor is here. Way to be. Can she stand? Hold on. She's a little.
You already folded.
What happened with her arm, Zach? You got to be careful with
there.
Her arm. What's up with her arm?
She's a Lions fan.
Oh
no! Don't worry about her arms. They're just tied behind her back, so she can't leave. It's okay.
Yeah, but you folded her in half.
Her head's she's a little wobbly. It's a long flight. Gave her some Ambien or something. Don't worry about it.
All right, let her sleep. Fun fact, Max. I knew what this was the whole time. I knew what this was the whole time. Zach made me lie to you.
Oh,
I apologize.
Okay.
I apologize for
but
that.
I did guess it right before the podcast started.
You did.
Yeah.
Because I was an absolute boss.
Well, I just, people requested a female presence. They wanted some new guests. I thought I would go all out for you guys.
I think they meant like talking.
Oh,
live.
she talks.
Oh, she talks.
She talks.
Look, get Noah to stand behind her.
Taylor, can you give us some quotes? Do you like her jersey, by the way? That's an Amir Abdullah Detroit Lions jersey.
I think it's a little big on her.
Yeah, well, you know how it goes.
But, yeah.
All right, here. Look, Taylor. Look, she's going to play music for us.
Oh, wow.
You can't do that.
There we go.
Look, her lips don't even move. She's like
copyright
pantomiming this whole thing. Wow.
Right, anyhow, we're going to have Taylor join us from now on. She's normally about 6 feet tall, but sitting down.
Sitting down?
Sitting down, she's a little bit shorter.
Wow.
There.
I guess when she sits down, she bends her ribcage.
She can't keep her eyes off me, if you can tell.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, you should be watching it as well, so you can witness the majesty of
yeah. And if you're
Miss
watching
Swift.
this, you should go on iTunes and
listen to it because you don't want to see it.
Yeah.
One or the other.
So while we're on sort of the football topic with the jersey, let's just address it because we had an overwhelming response for the fantasy thing. Like we got way more than I expected. I don't know about you.
150 plus.
So yeah, we have over 150 people. Zach has bestowed the responsibility on me of who gets in and who doesn't. We're gonna make it a 14-team league, I believe.
So remember, guys, he is Volatile Gabe on Twitter. Yeah. Okay, Volatile Gabe on Twitter. Feel
free to bring all your volatile tweets directed at him.
Yeah, and people were asking me last night, how will I know if you have chosen me? And the simple answer is we will email you, okay? So I believe tomorrow I'm looking through the emails, or maybe after this, whenever Zachary gives me them. But I'm going to look through them, and I'll pick them, and that'll be it. Unfortunately, not everyone can get in, and I'm sorry for that, but...
Unfortunately, like 95% of you are going to be sad, but
yeah,
we're really, really flattered by the huge turnout. That's pretty awesome. Lots of football fans. So I guess that means we can have a weekly football segment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sure.
But I don't want to take up too much time with it. Just like it's coming in. The way I'll notify you if you're in is you'll get an email back, basically. So simple.
Also, we had 4 people respond to our PAX meetup. And if you're interested in joining us for a PAX meetup next weekend, well...
What if we said we're going to do a fantasy league at PAX? Would their spots have been bigger?
Yeah. So, yeah, screw meeting us. You can be in our fantasy football league if you show up at PAX. Yeah, but keep those RSVPs coming. Not for football anymore. That's officially closed. But if you want to meet us at PAX, hang out with us, squirt ketchup in Gabe's nostrils, just email us, can'tstopasking@gmail.com, subject line RSVP PAX, and we will all be there.
I hope my knee is fixed by PAX.
Your knee?
Yeah, I text you. I was ailing, and I text you. I said, Zachary, I hurt my knee, and I also hurt my foot. Okay. And you didn't even care.
I didn't. Sorry.
We were talking about something else, so I guess it just fell by the wayside. But yeah.
Max, do you care about his ailments?
No.
Sure. I mean, as a friend, I do, but
yeah.
I
appreciate that. It's more than I got from Zach. So
we also have games to talk about today. There's some new stuff coming out, or already out. After the summer lull, we have new games: Black Ops 3 beta, Volume, Gears of War Crap Edition.
Nice pause,
dude. I've changed my tone on Gears of War quite a bit. Yeah. I went from like, okay, this is really just Gears, and now I played a whole bunch of it, and I'm like, okay, this is Gears again. I like it. It's cool.
What do you mean? You were the one that were the most excited about it.
I was, but then, all right, so let's talk about Gears, right? People still confused. They thought it was all 3 games. It's not. It's just Gears 1,
well,
guys.
Technically it is. I mean, it's you'll get the other games for free as downloads.
Yeah.
But they're not, like, upgraded and high-resed and...
Right. No, they are not. Yeah. Also, I think another misconception, and I know I had the misconception, is the game doesn't run 60 FPS for the campaign. It's only for multiplayer, where it's 60 FPS. It's still 1080p, but yesterday or the day before, I texted Zach and I told him, man, maybe you were right. Like, this really is just Gears, and it feels like whatever. Like, it's cool and everything, but...
Well, I mean, that it really is just Gears.
No, I know, but like I expected me to be more excited about playing it, right? And I wasn't. And then I played more and more, and now I'm in Act 4 of 5, and I'm digging it all over again, man. As soon as those first few characters, like, spoiler, I guess, but Gears of War is mad old, so shame on you. Like, as soon as all those beginning characters that, like, you thought are main character, but then as soon as, like, Kim dies or whatever, then, I don't know. I miss Marcus, and I like Marcus, and I'm sad he's not in Gears 4. It's fun. Have you guys played it, right? Max played it a little bit?
Yeah, I played a bit of it. Yeah, I mean, it's Gears. That's
yeah, it really is. Like, there's not a whole lot more to it than that. Like, it's just Gears. And
so that's Gears of War talk.
That's Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Moving along.
The multiplayer doesn't work yet, unfortunately. That's the other thing people kept asking about. Like, they're like, "Oh, play multiplayer." I'm like, I can't. Like, it's not. There's no one playing, and you can set up a date, but whatever. Move on. I like it though. It's fun. It's fun.
All right, let's keep this enthusiasm train rolling straight into the Black Ops 3 beta. The beta.
Yes.
How
did you feel about the beta?
I felt like it's just glorious. I really, I always talk about like wanting to get into a multiplayer game, and I think Black Ops 3 will be the one. Black Ops 1 and 2 were the most I played of any online multiplayer shooter ever, and this one I feel is even stronger than those thus far. I love the feel of the guns. I love the special abilities. I love the fact that you get to pick a class basically along with your loadout. I like the maps and the verticality and the platforming, wall running stuff in there. I don't get any of the horrible spawn issues that I had in Advanced Warfare, where you're getting killed from like above, behind, left, right, underneath, inside of you, all that stuff. It just seems like this is like the first real Call of Duty for next-gen consoles.
Max disagrees.
All right.
Well, I don't disagree that it's a bad... I don't like say that it's a bad game.
No, of course not.
I just feel like this iteration is like... It's the most like Advanced Warfare. Like, I feel like there's very little factors that are accounted for from Black Ops. Obviously, that's probably... Maybe there's a bias there because I played Advanced Warfare way more recently. Mm-hmm. So that's certainly a possibility. I I feel like the game is very, very, very quick, and already I could tell a few guns are way overpowered. Like, they're going to need to tweak a few things right off the bat. I don't know if all the classes, I'm not really sure how...
You mean the specialists, right? Because both of you keep referring...
Yeah.
Because even Zach called it classes, and there's always been class, but okay.
Yeah, okay, the specialists, which is like essentially kind of like their idea of taking somewhat of a hint from like Destiny, of like where you have specific powers with specific classes. After a certain amount of time, you can activate them and utilize them. I almost felt like at first I was like, okay, cool. I tried the bow and arrow girl, and then I also tried Ruin, I think is his name, the guy with the sticks. Yeah, the spikes. I genuinely, at no point did I feel like, maybe again, if I play more, I'll be able to like learn how to use those things more effectively. But I used the bow and arrow, I think, twice. But other than that, like, I never felt incentivized to ever actually use any of the abilities of those classes. Like, I don't know, maybe I didn't play the right classes to utilize them, but I kind of just played it like Call of Duty. Again, it's good. I just don't know if the classes and stuff is anything that's going to differentiate it too much. Like, I almost wonder if there will be a point in time where it's like, it's just for aesthetic appeal. Like, oh, I like the way that character looks, so I'm going to pick that character. So,
well, you don't see your character.
No, but you see, like, you can customize your armor, and like, you can be like, you want to be a female character model or male, and which ones. You do see your character model, like, when you customize it.
Yeah, in the menus, but not...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, okay, why would people customize their character models in the last Call of Duty? You don't see it either.
I don't think they should.
Why do people customize it in Destiny? It's like...
for when you're at the tower.
Okay, so that's the only place.
Yeah. No, but I had sort of the same feeling, like, that bow and arrow thing, like, I picked the same specialist. I don't know her name.
Outrider.
But I was like... Oh, okay. Look at you. You're smart. But,
okay,
yeah,
wow.
I was terrible with the bow and arrow.
It's called the Sparrow, Gabriel. It's a compound bow.
I got five kills with that thing.
I got maybe like 2 kills and like trying it like 5 times. I'm horrible. But then she has that other ability that it like senses a sonar, and you can see like exactly where your enemies are, like nearby. Like, it highlights them. You can even see them through walls. I found that to be more effective. That always gets me more kills than the Sparrow. So, I mean, I like it, though. I haven't played a lot of matches. I played maybe like 8 matches, if that.
See, I think it's the perfect panacea to kill streaks, because the frustration with Call of Duty is like, oh my god, I'm 1 kill away from getting like a chopper gunner, I'm 1 kill away from getting a whatever the heck god planes are in this game. Here, you're guaranteed that throughout the match, you will at least have an opportunity to do something super cool. And I think that's a great counter to requiring and only incentivizing the best players. Still, the best players will unlock these special weapons more frequently than the average, beginner, but no matter what, you're going to get to do something very cool in the round. And to me, like, that's what makes it a smart thing. You still die just as easily. It's not putting you in some elevated state. In fact, some of them, like that Sparrow, if you have that bow cocked back, you're more vulnerable because you're moving slower and you're trying to be so precise than you are if you just had your assault rifle or whatnot. But I think it gives people the opportunity to feel good, and it's not all the way that Titanfall did of like, hey, go kill these NPCs, you're cool, everyone gets a high score, but it still gives people like that moment each round where they could do something remarkable, even if you're not able to, string together 9, 10, 11 kills and get one of those cooler kill streaks.
All right, so what you're saying is that this is basically the equivalent of a participation trophy. Like,
no.
your team didn't do great, but here you still get a trophy.
I think it's a way to basically like boost the traditional gameplay to a place where at least at one moment you have a cool opportunity to do something really remarkable.
I wouldn't go that far, because let's be honest, it doesn't compare with the kill streaks. Like, it's good, but it's not.
I don't know. I mean, that Sparrow, if you can like string together 3, like where they blow up into a bunch of jibs and chunks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I got like 5 kills with that thing, so in one streak. So it's like, yeah, it's possible, but I think it's a little bit too far to like compare them, because I also feel like, again, then you're cheapening the kill streaks, which is difficult. I think, well, first of all, I want to preface this with the fact that I typically like the most, like the part that I enjoy the most in Call of Duty is usually actually the single player. That's my favorite component. I always love playing the single player, especially over the last few years where I've been getting more and more out of the multiplayer, but more and more into the single player. I just enjoy it. It's a fun popcorn type thing. So I'm going to probably like that. But the component of the multiplayer is that I almost wonder, will this make it too complicated? Like, because in Call of Duty, it's such a fast-paced game. Like, it really, really requires you to be 100% focused if you want to be doing well. And now there's a whole nother layer of factors that you have to account for, which are these extra abilities. And, like, essentially, like, with the way that you control those abilities, it forces you to, like, change the way, like you know, your main trigger fingers could be going off of fire buttons, and instead you're hitting the triggers. So it's like, what I'm trying to say is that I think it's going to be even more complicated for entry-level play now.
Really? Because, like, to me, they've done a brilliant job of making them so that every one of those special abilities still functions in a way that you would be able to combat it just as if they had a regular gun. So whether it's the Sparrow, the Annihilator pistol, the War Machine, they're basically variants. Like, it's not like in, I don't know if either of you have seen or played, what's that game called? Overwatch? Not Overwatch. Overwatch?
Overwatch is the Blizzard.
No,
Overwatch. That's what it's called?
No, that's coming out soon.
But it's what it's called,
yeah, but
right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Overwatch. For some reason, sounded like a retarded name when I said it. Overwatch, they have, like, a giant gorilla who, like, blah, 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 and a troll who builds a freaking gun, and this guy who goes back in time, and this guy who goes... Whereas, like, hey, you come up against, you know, Outrider with the Sparrow, like, yeah, you have to be aware, I guess, but at the same time, if you get shot, you're dead, and if you shoot them, they're dead. Like, it's not... The only one that's a bit... more than that would be Rise, the guy who jumps up with the gravity spikes, but it still is within a typical Call of Duty pattern, which is like, hey, someone jumps using their boosters, their thrusters, into the fight. You can shoot them in the same way. It's not like you're coming up against the robot all of a sudden, you know, morphs into a car and drives underneath your feet and, you know, launches you into the sky. You know what I mean? Like, I think they did a nice job of making sure that the special weapons still functioned within a very easily understandable and identifiable way that you can just say, hey, it's a gun, it's just a stronger gun.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, like, look, again, maybe as I play more, I'll, like, be able to tweak all that and stuff like that, but based on early impressions, I'm not even saying from the perspective of playing against those things, but more so playing as those things, because you have to learn the new, like, if you didn't play Advanced Warfare, or if you've played very little of it, this is... I don't know if it's like confirmed or not, but it feels faster than Advanced Warfare. Like this game plays even faster than Advanced Warfare did, and because of that, like all that mobility and everything, essentially, like when I played it, all I worry about is mobility and my own weapon, like my main weapon. And then now when you add that layer of like, oh, and you got to worry about your special abilities. It's like this extra thing that you have to be like, okay, I need to learn how to incorporate it in to my play, because if I don't, there will be somebody like Gabe who will be sitting around the corner, use that little sensing thing, and then could get me when we don't have a UAV or something. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I really hope it doesn't become too complicated, because I think that what Call of Duty did best is that it was, as much as it's like not an easy game to play, it's a very simple concept, always. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you hand to somebody a controller, you would tell them, okay, this is to run, this is to shoot, and that's it. That's essentially all you needed to know. Now, of course, now it's way more complex, because now you got to slide, you got to be doing wall running, because if you want to be competitive, you got to take part in that kind of movement. Like, you can't just... If you're traditionally running through the map, you're going to get destroyed, especially because all the maps that I've played on so far, they incentivize combat like very heavily. Like there's not as much like perch points or where you can kind of like, you know, take your time. Like you're right into the battle right away. So because of that, you have to be very quick and mobile. And I wonder if now also worrying about these special abilities is going to be like an added thing where you're like, oh geez, like I can't, there's too much stuff to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee there will be hardcore players that turn it off. So maybe, who knows competitively how people will what side they'll fall on. Maybe for tournaments and whatnot, they'll just go like, hey, we're going to turn all this junk off. But yeah, you are right about like the no perches and camping. I really haven't come across that much at all. I think there's
only 2 maps though, right?
I think there's 4.
No, there's.
Oh, is there? I've played like on 2.
There's 4.
Yeah, I think there are 4. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like, yeah, very little camping, which is great. I don't know if that's because they opened up the maps, widened some of the alleys, or just their design. They tried to really eliminate and encourage, like Max said, confrontation, as opposed to just like, hey, let's stay back and duke it out from afar.
There was also a couple of problems of spawn trapping already. Like when I dropped into a match of domination, we got spawn trapped and we kept getting hit by the Predator or Hellstorm missiles. So they launched like 4 or 5 of them, and I'd spawn in. I tried to like run out of the way, and it was there already. So that's something that obviously they're going to need to fix and tweak, because that's
good thing.
Unacceptable.
It's an early beta, so a lot of the stuff that can change, and they make changes rather quickly. So I think that's going to help.
Yeah, I mean, again, it plays well. It's going to do well. I'm certain of that. I think that, like, don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed the heck out of it. I think ahead, of what will the average player base enjoy this like? Because I know that there's a lot of people that complained with Advanced Warfare. Like, I don't know. In my group of people, we all liked Advanced Warfare, but from what I've been told, there are some people, especially like hardcore fans, who didn't like it and said that it was like too much of that, boosting and jumping, and the mobility of the game, the movement of the game was fundamentally changed with that title. And this one takes that another level up. Like, again, I don't know if it's confirmed, but I feel like this game runs faster.
You think it moved? Because I think their goal was to tone it down, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I think it's slower.
I don't know why, but it feels like it moves faster.
Because they removed the exo abilities, they lessened the amount of thrust that you have.
But I don't know. Like, I feel like when you're running, it's faster. I feel like the slide is like deeper. Like I feel like in the previous game, I was a lot more like quick, and then I could like slant around a corner and like fire. I felt like I was a little bit more in control, whereas here, it's almost like there's that kind of like room for like where you think, okay, I'm going to slide up to here. Nope, you're wrong. You're going to slide a little bit further than you had anticipated. And in Call of Duty, as like geeky and nerdy this sounds, but like that extra little bit is the difference between you getting a kill or you getting killed, because as you slide in, especially if there's a couple of targets, you're done for. Like, by the time you get holstered up and ready to fire, they'll take you out. So, again, it feels like it's very fast and the fastest of the games, but I could be wrong about that, and it could be just because I've not played enough to, like, get, like, learn how much will my slide forward and how much will all these factors account for. But other than that, I'm impressed. It looks good. The guns fire well. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. I don't know why I feel like the sound design in this game is, again, could be just maybe I was being crazy, but I felt like in Advanced Warfare the guns felt a little bit like heavier, like because of the sound. Like, it makes the weapons feel like more polished, or like whatever, like more weight to the shots that you're firing. And this one, it felt like a lot of the guns kind of had like very pew pew kind of sound effect instead of like kind of like vibrance to them. So I
have heard that some people say like, oh, it sounds like every gun is silenced. I had the opposite experience. Maybe I just have weird ears where I was like, dang, I think this sounds really good, and I think the polish of Treyarch shows. I mean, there's moments of map design, I think, that show their prowess, where you have two basic options of you can either go low or high, and they both are going to bring up their own consequences, and I really like it.
The maps are really well done. Like, the maps, especially, I don't remember what that map was called. I think it's called Combine, maybe? Or Combine?
Which one?
I'm not sure. It's the one where, like, in the middle, there's like a little bridge
trailer
with like a vehicle on it or something.
Yep.
Yeah,
the water one, right?
Well, there's like a water stream underneath it. Yeah. Yeah. So that map is like, it really encourages like encounters, because no matter which pathway you take, you're always bound to clash with the enemy team. Like, that map is very challenging to get around, to like sneak up behind them, because that map is just like constantly, it almost feels like there's two triangles, and you're always going to reach a point of where you're going to encounter each other. So that was really well done. I mean, look, I'm still very positive on it, and I'm still going to play it, and I'm still probably going to enjoy it. But there are some things that I'm like, okay, I hope they adjust that before.
And they have time.
release.
This is the first time they've done such an early beta. They've got 3 months to work on it. I do like it just more experientially. Like on that map you're talking about, there's a back alley that's kind of through a cavern. You run down there, grab a quick kill, instantly jump in the water, swim really fast, pop out, then by the bridge, come down, take a few other guys out. Like there's some opportunities to create like these almost like speed run type scenarios where you're going and just picking up kills really quickly, and I think that's so satisfying, especially as you do combo in your special weapon. So again, like in that cavern, pick up a kill to unlock the Sparrow bow and arrow, dive under the water, pop back out, queue up that bow, explode, get a double kill. Like they still incentivize performance, I think, better than anybody else with their sounds when the badges pop on the screen, or the whatever they're called, the medals. Like sometimes you'll get like 8 medals in a row, like savior, comeback, double kill, blah 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 blah. To me, like they nail that so well of making you feel like a badass, even if you're 8 and 10. Like you still have those opportunities to be like, whoa, I just unlocked 8 medals by killing one dude or whatever. But I think it's really good. We're gonna play a lot more of it actually right after the podcast. So definitely should be good. 5 days of PS4 beta, 5 days of Xbox One beta. Is there a PC beta?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
I don't believe so. But it's cool that we get a little bit of it. It'll be interesting to see if people go back, like especially the Call of Duty faithful, like what they think of Advanced Warfare after this kind of 10-day period leading up to Black Ops 3 and like.
They're already sour on it, so I can't imagine that they're going to feel any better.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think like in general, this is a noticeable upgrade. Whether that plays out in terms of sales or, overall Call of Duty vibes. I mean, Activision, though, Taken King looks to be resurrecting Destiny in some positive ways for people like me who have lost all interest, and Black Ops 3 should be getting them back on the right path for Call of Duty, so they're lining up to have a big fall.
Over 200,000 people watching the Taken King live stream as of right now. It was happening right before we started recording, so that's insane.
Some of their stuff that they announce is so stupid. Like I love like the logical leveling and the new missions, but when they're like, we're doing this with engrams and this with places you can store your, like some of the stuff that they're adding, like I don't know, they do a great job of making mountains out of molehills.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, to be fair, it's also like to us those things don't matter, because like when we were watching a little bit of it, I was like, that sounds like a lot of just words, but Gabe pointed out it's like just because we don't get it, but like if you're a faithful Destiny player, all that stuff is like, oh my god, that's so cool, they're doing that and they're doing this, and
it's still
obviously more
weird,
meaningful
though.
to you. What?
I mean, it's still weird that they aren't like, imagine if there was a Mario live stream where they're like, we've added buttons to Mario's hat and they're modeled in such a way that they'll reflect the Goomba's smile as you know.
But this stuff isn't that minuscule. I think you're overstating how like tiny it is.
But it's stuff that shouldn't be made.
Yeah, but I mean,
like,
it's
there should
the
be a
same
big
thing
deal
as, like,
made out of
look,
it, is what I'm saying. Like,
no, I agree, but it's not to like that level though.
Well, when they give you more slots to store your stupid other weapons, that's kind of like
they've
made that a huge deal.
But that's a very important thing.
Yeah,
that's
but
important.
why didn't they do that months ago? Like,
they did, but now they're doing it.
They
again.
are masters of bundling features in such a way that makes you want to buy the DLC.
Yeah,
like,
and they're doing a fantastic job of it. Obviously, it's successful, so I don't think they're going to change up their strategy in any way. No need to. When you have like 200,000+ people watching your stream on a freaking Wednesday afternoon.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's just like plenty of medical institutions and food institutions scam the heck out of people, and they shouldn't change their ways either. I'm going to play Taken King. I'm excited for it. I still think it's the biggest cheap scam game in the industry, but we have what? That comes out second week of September, so still a little bit.
I thought it was September 25th. I could be wrong.
Sometime in September. Gabe, tell us about Volume, a game that is out right now.
There's not a whole lot to say about it other than it's like really cool. It's Metal Gear VR missions. It's basically what it is. It's a stealth game where there's no combat. Your only objective is to get all these little diamonds in a room and go to the exit. But the thing is, the AI is like really smart, and some of the levels are like super puzzle based. There's a time that it says, okay, here's like the best time. There's leaderboard support too, so you can compare with your friends and all that. So like, on one level in particular, right, there's this like set of diamonds around a little structure, but there's 4 guards like constantly patrolling, just going around. So you gotta break the the pattern basically, and you do that by like making noises, and they can only hear you from a certain range. So what you do is you make a noise, one of the guards goes after you, so that way you can get in to the little pattern that they're already in, and there's cones, a vision cone that you can see. So like that's a terrible way of explaining it, but a whole bunch of little puzzles like that, breaking patterns.
Isn't there like 1,000 levels or some like absurd amount?
I don't know if it's 1,000. I've played like 15 of them. I only played like 20 minutes, but I thought it was a super neat little game. It's a funny game. There's a lot of fourth wall breaking. Like in the tutorial, you go and like it doesn't tell you that like, oh, press X to read the hint, but you press X to read the hint. So it says, oh, you already know how to read hints, so I guess we don't have to go over that. Like just little clever stuff like that, and it's a constant thing. And like, oh, there's a toilet over there. Why don't you go try flushing it and see what happens? And you go, you flush the toilet, it alerts the guards. It's a neat little game, like for sure. It's $20. It's on PC and PlayStation 4, I believe. It's not on Xbox One. No. So there's another exclusive, and it's super fun, man. Mike Biddle, the creator of Thomas Was Alone, made this, I believe. It's really, really fun. I think you would dig it, actually.
I have it downloaded. I haven't played it. It is coming to Vita as well. They couldn't get that version in time for launch, but it's got like the cross-buy or cross-play or whatever the heck they call that thing.
Yeah, it sounds like a perfect Vita game.
Yeah. Bite-sized stuff. And
the levels are super quick. Like, I wish this was an iPhone game, honestly. Like, I would totally just play this like in line for stuff.
All that stuff that you do.
Yeah, you know, you wait at a movie theater.
That's going to be a front box art quote. I wish this wasn't an iPhone so I could wait in line and play. That's it.
While I'm waiting for stuff. Sometimes you go pick up some food right at the restaurant and the food's not quite done, so you're sitting there doing absolutely nothing. So I don't know.
Speaking of that, we've had a lot of requests and emails asking us to talk about how our lives are going. So Gabe, as we segue from games into good food, give us an update on the life of Mr. Volatile.
I hurt my knee playing basketball. I don't even know how it happened. Like, I didn't fall. Like, it wasn't like a notable like wrong step I took in any direction.
You're just getting really old.
That could be it, I guess. Like, I have a lot of gray hair. I guess I took a wrong step somewhere. After the first game we played, I started noticing it. We played like 3 more games, and then by the end of it, I'm like, oh, something is definitely wrong here. And then something happened.
His knees like facing the other side.
Something happened on my left foot as well. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that, but the left foot, it's fine. I feel good with that one. My knee, though, I don't know what's up with that. Other than that, been hanging out. We successfully ate at a Buffalo Wild Wings without getting sick. Now every time I go there, I worry about getting sick because of E3. So
do you have like an odds maker that comes with you to like predict whether or not you get sick? He's what's the over-under on this one?
Yeah.
You talk to the manager, take a look at the kitchen. You're like,
not a whole lot more going on other than that. Quick callback to a previous email from a couple of weeks ago. I had already told Zachary about this, but Max didn't hear. Max, I don't know if you remember. You don't talk to me. You don't like me all that much. We secretly hate each other. Do you remember that email where the guy wrote in and said, "Hey, like I'm sort of afraid to drive," and I was telling you about my brother.
This is a bad story.
It's not a bad story.
It's sad.
So the next day, my little brother is on the way to the hospital to visit my aunt because she was having a baby.
Okay.
And he gets in an accident on the highway.
Wow. Okay.
Just like I predicted.
Is he okay?
Huh? Yeah. He's completely fine. Even our car is fine. The other car is not so lucky, but my little brother's 100% okay. And just a warning out there. Just be careful on the road, guys.
No, the warning is don't drive if you don't have a license or permit. That's the warning.
Oh, he got a ticket. He got a ticket and everything, so he has to go to court like the criminal he is. For
Wait, he doesn't have a driver's license?
No, he's 15.
Wow. Okay.
Fantastic stuff. Yeah, I'm just saying, careful out there. Yeah, no, there's not a whole lot going on. A lot of games.
Yeah, right now things are heating up. Finally, the summer has passed. This was probably like the most like dull period. Like last year, we got at least some stuff, right? Was Splinter Cell last year or the year before that it came out in August?
I think it was the year before.
Or something. Yeah. I kind of wish that there would be a period. Like, I never understood that. Like, why don't they release any games in the summer?
I mean, weird. Batman was a good summer game. We just beat it quick, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But again, it's like Batman wouldn't be like it was early summer, but like July there was literally nothing.
No.
I think companies actually believe kids go outside and play when they don't. Like
just
everybody's
weird.
inside. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it will change. Maybe eventually they'll be like, "Hey, Uncharted 5 coming out July 19th."
I mean, I think there is like some validity. I didn't believe that until YouTube and you watch the numbers dip in the summer. Like views considerably go down. So clearly, like people are doing stuff.
What are they doing?
Going to bad movies. I don't know.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. But at the same time, like the weird thing is that the summer is the best time for movies. Like
This is a disappointing summer for movies, though.
because they'll put out like all the big blockbusters will come out in the summer. But then again, not even anymore. It's like now it's like usually May is like usually when you get like the big movie. And then look at Star Wars now being like, hey, we're going to come out in the winter. What's up?
Maybe it's because all the kids, they get their final report card, their parents are disappointed, they get grounded, and then they just have to sit in their room just doing nothing.
They're just studying. Everybody's going to summer school. Everybody's doing summer school
Hey,
the whole
more
time.
and more people than I ever knew when I was little now go to summer school. Like, someone know his friends, people I know. It's like, whoa.
I
a lot
did
of people-
summer school because it allowed me to go like faster. Like,
If I
Yeah, a
did
lot of
year-round
people go to
school,
summer school
I
for
don't
fun,
think I'd be
too.
alive right now.
wow,
barely
it's that
alive
bad.
anyway.
I did not like. I mean, I like school in the sense of like, yay, but other than that, it was like.
In the sense of, yay, what a great raving
I mean,
review.
like, okay, like
kids stay in school.
I
you
like
like
taking-
being like with friends, right?
I like playing
Probably?
sports. I like taking tests. I liked hanging.
You
out.
like taking tests?
Tests are my favorite thing. You don't have to listen to the boring teacher. It makes time
All right.
pass quicker, and you get to show your stuff.
Can I create a test next week?
Yeah.
Can I create a video game test for you and test you next week?
I
Multiple choice.
would be very excited to do this.
You should create
Alright.
it this week. You and Taylor like quickly get together
All right.
and put together some sort
Max,
of test.
So
we
It
had a
is
brilliant.
freaking me out.
we had a
that she's
brilliant-
just always there.
We had a brilliant idea, Max. I want to propose this to you. Me and Gabe, of course, we're talking about this
Of
since we don't
course.
involve,
Here we
involve
go.
you. Okay, so we're trying to think of fun things we could do together at PAX. And after talking about your mysterious life and my mysterious life, we came up with a brilliant plan that you and I would try to see during the 4-day stretch there how many Tinder dates we could each get. Film all of them and then create a serialized show on our community hub channel.
That sounds like a very bad idea.
And every date has to be a double date so Gabe can film it at the same
yeah.
time.
So it's
Wait,
you
a
both
double
have to get a
date
date.
with Gabe? Or
No.
with-
Gabe's the
no.
filmer. Gabe's the camera
I'm
guy.
the cameraman.
You
Yeah.
and your Tinder date and me and my Tinder date.
Yeah,
we have
that's
to
not
go.
going to be awkward at all. First date, there's a guy there with a camera the whole time, and we're just pretending
No,
that he's
Gabe's
not there.
inconspicuous. He's like behind the other booth or like hiding in
Yeah.
the bushes.
Oh, okay, so he won't make it obvious.
No.
No.
Oh.
I got you.
And you don't even have to tell them it's double date. You can be like, hey, my friend Zach's here. Let's go meet him. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And we're limited to 15 minutes because we got a lot of appointments and things to do. So the dates are 15-minute.
We just got to
Yeah.
fly through them.
Yeah, you got to rush through and get that review real quick.
Yeah, so we need to develop like a questionnaire,
Yeah.
right? That you would run by like, hey, what are your hobbies? What do you do? What do you like? What do you not like? Like,
I don't think that's how most Tinder dates go, but we're gonna revolutionize the Tinder game.
Yeah, the Tinder game. Swipe,
Yeah.
and we could call it swipe. Which way do you need to swipe?
Right.
Right. We could call it swipe right. And there you go. Good name for
And
a show.
wait, the person that wins, we'll give them a prize.
You have to go on each date though with Taylor there.
Yeah.
Like, and you always pretend like she's not there. Like, so you just put her next to your chair,
Yeah.
but you act like she's not there.
Like
at all.
I have to get to every location first, so that I'm just already
Yeah.
sitting there with her, and just but
Yeah.
no acknowledgement of the fact that she's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
So like,
Zach's
if
great.
she ever asks you, you're just like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. Who?
She's
I-
like,
if-
"Why do you have a Taylor Swift cardboard standee?" You're like, "What?" Like, just be like, "Are you crazy?" Like, you just
Like
act
looking all around. Like
Yeah. Oh, and you should
seeing
do this
stuff?
during.
I know
every
weed is
appointment.
legal in Seattle, but gosh.
There you go.
That would be
brilliant.
hilarious.
Yeah, it'll be good.
We should do a variation of this, honestly. Like we really should.
We
Okay.
really shouldn't.
We should. I'm down.
Okay, I'll agree to film with Gabe, or I'll carry the Taylor Swift cardboard everywhere.
Okay.
You can be the voice of the cardboard. Like you can like be hiding somewhere.
You want to cut
And
out
we'll
her
put-
lips? We could just like talk for her.
Her lips are beautiful, though. I don't think we should mess with them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe we could get like a little slit so we could like talk through it so you could
Okay.
hear.
Okay.
It'll be perfect.
Yeah.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
My life, man, I've been really resisting shoe purchases lately, which is
As you should.
It's a big thing for me. They come out with all these new ones all the time. I always want to get them, and I've been consciously not getting any. I've gone this entire month without any new shoes.
Wow, what a huge problem you're having.
It's
He gets
monumental.
He can get a 30-day chip for not getting shoes. The equivalent of the sobriety chip. So congratulations.
Thanks. Can I wear that at PAX?
Yeah.
I've also been sleeping horribly, making a big mess of my house, trying to figure out if I'm going to move to California, prepping for PAX. Me and Gabe have been talking about, of course, me and Gabe, not me and Max.
Yeah.
We've been talking about if we're going to have some special go-to outfits for PAX. Gabe thinks I should dress up as like a clown. So we're trying to come up with some costumes for each of us.
I want to dress up like Pennyworth and just scare everyone.
Who?
Pennyworth.
The clown.
The clown from It.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
I want to be a happy clown with like a squishy nose, a big
That'd be
big
creepy, though.
glove.
I've asked this, but I forget. There is cosplay at PAX,
Lots.
correct? Okay, dude, we should totally partake in some way, though.
You should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should.
I'll be the fat superhero.
Harley Quinn.
Who's that?
Yeah. What?
Who's the fat superhero? Is that I don't know who that is.
It's my creation.
Oh,
It's mine.
Okay, it's
Don't
gonna
you
be
take
an
that.
original design.
No. I'll just be like...
No, there's this
a fat
horrible
Spider-Man.
like reality TV show like Make a Superhero, and one of the finalists' name was Fat Mama, and her like jingle was Fat Mama, she's here to save the day. Fat Mama, she'll take your food away, and she had a belt of donuts.
Why are you watching this?
All right.
This was like years ago.
What a great piece of information there.
Was that the one that Stan Lee was involved in? That wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember it. Yeah, I remember that.
So you can be Fat Mama.
Well, I don't want to be a mama.
Do you think that I would be able to bring Taylor on the plane with me without having to purchase another seat?
Where would you put her? Unless like you fold her up.
I mean,
a whole
yeah,
lot.
you could. How did it arrive? Did it arrive in like a huge box?
Fold it in half. She can.
Yeah, so you could
she's
probably-
flexible, man.
You could probably
yeah,
just
put her
do
on
the
the
same thing.
overhead.
Fold it
Yeah.
in half, and then like.
But I want to
like,
carry
oh,
her normally through the airport.
I don't think they would allow that.
That
And
might be a little strange.
Can
but
I feed her during the flight? Hold on. Open up the overhead compartment, drop a little
You're like, she'll have some
plum in there.
peanuts.
Yeah.
Can she get an orange juice, please? Thanks.
Just don't take her into the bathroom at any point.
I'm going to.
You're like pouring.
She's gonna
the
guard
orange
the
juice
door.
all over the cardboard. It's like everywhere.
I'm gonna every time I go to the bathroom at PAX or at the airport, I'm gonna have post her outside the door as my guard.
I'm sure
We should take
nobody's
her
gonna
ever-
take it.
I gotta say, I have been spooked a couple times where I'm like walking and like looking, I'm like, holy crap, someone's in my house. I'm like, oh, it's just you, Taylor. But other than that, it's been nice living with a fellow
With Taylor
superstar.
Swift.
Yeah.
With an imaginary Taylor.
You know,
I
and-
don't know. It's genuinely freaking me out. Like every few minutes when I look over at you, I'll look at her and her eyes. It's like at first it's like, oh, there's Taylor Swift, but then there's like, there's Taylor
At
Swift.
night, I put her up against the window next to my front door, so she just guards the house. And if anyone
You
delivers
should,
packages,
you know what you should do? You should install LEDs
Yeah.
in her eyes for the nighttime, so you can like light it up, and it'll be like, whoa, what the heck is that? It'll be brilliant. It'll be perfect, especially
I
because
think
she's
you
got
have
a
a problem.
Lions jersey and everything.
I'm just happy she's a Lions fan.
Oh, she wore that herself? She
Yeah,
picked
it's an
that up?
authentic
Yeah,
jersey.
yeah.
She picked it out herself.
Wow.
Maybe she's the one that took him in the 4th round like a psycho.
Yeah. You know, you ever seen that show like Strange Addictions on MTV or whatever?
Nah.
Okay, it's
I
a
stay away from reality
Strange
TV.
Addictions is a show that I don't think I would have ever watched, except I was in Santa Monica, living in an apartment, sad and bored. And there's some weird things. I think the whole show is staged, but nonetheless, people like eat like the inside of like couches, like the couch foam, or they eat ashes, or they like brush their teeth a million times. But weird stuff. I don't know. I was thinking of like filling my entire house with cardboard
Wait,
cutouts.
eat the inside of couches?
Yeah, eat couch foam. Like one girl, she was like dying from it because the doctors were
Yeah,
like, "There's
of course.
poison in them. That's like not good
Yeah.
for you." But she couldn't stop. It was just bad, and they had an intervention. I think the whole show's
Wow.
staged.
Oh, okay.
I really do because they're so absurd. Eating ashes.
What?
Okay. Anyways, although I did, there's this story I heard years ago about it's some strange fetish of like being like consumed or eaten. So like the the person wanted to be like eaten by like a dragon or a creature, and so to like simulate this, they had a problem where they would like suffocate baby chickens like chicks because they like just wanted that like sensation of like consummation and crushing and like.
Where is this going?
I don't know. Whew, video games.
Max, how have you been?
Anyhow, to bring it full
That
circle,
was the darkest thing we've ever done in the podcast. Like, wow.
I gotta find this story.
Thanks for bringing down the mood, Zach.
It's this weird. I think I heard it on an old GFW radio with Sean Elliott of like
well, I mean,
a fetish of
Sean
being
Elliott, he's
eaten.
a weird guy.
Sure.
Anyhow, I was thinking of like filling my entire house with cardboard cutouts instead of real people or real friends. Like, hey Drake, how's it going today? And then that would be my strange addiction. Is like my cardboard world.
Yeah, because that's gonna be.
Except,
great
what
for
if
your
one day
anxiety.
the real Drake comes by and he'll just pretend to stand there? He'll be like, wow, he looks a lot more real.
No, Gabe.
today.
Then when you and Max come over, you won't be able to tell which one's the real me because I'll have cardboard cutouts of myself too, and I'll be like, "Find me if you can."
You sound like a Batman villain right now.
Yeah. Like a really awful one too, like from like the
Calendar
1960s
Man?
show. You'd be like cardboard duplicator or something like that.
Cardboard clone.
Yeah, so you could call yourself Cece.
Yeah, I'm
You'll have like
CC.
you'll have your outfit will just be like a C and then a C, and it'll be like a
Nice.
little one and a bigger one.
Nice.
So
be
is he a fan
brilliant.
of is he a fan of rap music? Because now all of a sudden he has big chains.
If anybody knows what I'm talking about this like being eaten fetish, what it's called.
Just don't.
Okay, here it is. God, I found it. Okay, it's called Voré, but it's also like the long form is Vorarephilia. It's a paraphilia characterized by the erotic desire to be consumed by or sometimes to personally consume another person or creature.
You mean like eat? Just go
It
eat.
comes from the Latin vorare, to swallow or devour, and ancient Greek philia, love. The fantasy usually involves the victim being swallowed whole, though occasionally the victims are chewed up, and digestion may or may not be included.
Max, how you doing, man?
Sometimes
Now
the consumers
I
are
really
human.
feel bad for Gabe now.
See? Sometimes the consumers are human, but
'cause I feel like I'm
anthropomorphized
gonna
animals,
puke.
dragons, enormous snakes also appear frequently in these fantasies. After the consumption, the enlarged belly of the consumer is often described with great care.
Zach, it's enough.
Pictures,
Okay.
stories, videos, video games, mainstream media. All right. Well, if you guys want to look up Vorarephilia, sometimes shortened to Voré,
No,
people
I'm good.
getting consumed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Transcending polygons is gonna have a field day with this.
All right. Emails.
Wait. What about Max's life?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
We just move on.
Yeah,
That's
see,
it.
this is what Max
We-
wants to do. This is all part of his plan to stay mysterious.
Yeah.
You walked right into it. I've asked him how he's doing. He's not telling us, and you
Because-
just want to move.
He wouldn't let me, and
No.
he creeped me out with this story. Like
It's your time to shine, Max. Come on.
I don't same stuff. Like I don't know, just keeping busy.
Max, you
I got to go to a Skylanders event, so that was fun.
Oh,
Ooh.
tell us about that.
Can you?
Yeah, I think so.
No embargo stuff.
What did you play?
I
Multiplayer?
didn't sign it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to talk
Is
about
it multiplayer?
Yeah, I played multiplayer, and I got to see. Okay, that part I probably can't talk about. So yeah, the multiplayer. That's basically. I got to see some other stuff. It was really really cool. It was just fun, like to be at a kind of thing where they show you the game and you get to play it and stuff like that. So that was cool because I don't go to very many of those, but
Gotta
this
keep
one was fun.
mysterious, hidden away.
Yeah, of course. I make far and few between far. Wait, what? How does that saying go?
Few and far between.
Few and far between appearances, so that when I do, it's like it's special.
It's
know?
impactful.
Yeah,
Your presence is felt.
when I walk in, it's like avalo, like you introduced me with the wrestling. That's how I
Yeah.
walk into these things.
Nice.
I talk to the representative so that they introduce me that way.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, that was fun. Keeping busy with obviously videos and stuff like that. Getting excited about the summer games.
What does
That's good.
your meal routine look like?
I just became. I started to eat less. Like I tried to eat now less meat and stuff.
Okay.
So I've reduced that because
Could you not do that after PAX?
No, I don't know. I watched this movie on Netflix, Forks Over Knives, this documentary, and it freaked me out about like meat and all that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to eat way less meat. So I've not had any meat for I think like 8 days now. So
are you the kind of person that's admirable, by the way? Are you the kind of person that like if you're eating alone, do you just sit there and like space out while you eat? Do you listen to a podcast, read a magazine, text?
Yeah, I'll usually listen to like I go to like over the last month my obsession has been like Collider videos. They do like movie talk.
Okay.
So like I'll listen to their Jedi Council show because I've been getting addicted to Star Wars things. I just bought the new Lando comics. I've been reading those.
Oh.
Those are fun.
How are those?
Good. They're only 2 issues in, but it's good so far. Really good.
Okay.
So yeah, I just listened. I put one of their podcasts / video cast type things, and yeah, people should check them out. They're really good if you like movies and like
I can't.
geeky movies.
Eating in silence is creepy, isn't it? I don't know how people ever ate in silence.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, that's true. I usually I'll either like now I watch podcasts or something like that, or like listen to them, or I'll be watching like a show.
I just talked to Taylor.
Oh,
If either of you like to rent her for your bed at PAX, I'm leasing her out nightly.
And it got weird again.
Yeah, it is a weird thing. Like technically,
Yep, that is.
eating peacefully is probably for the best to let your body like digest and use all of its energy for that. But in our crazy society full of electronics and
Zach, tell me how weak your body must be if it can't like handle watching a show
No,
and
but-
digesting.
but seriously, this is like a legit thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
just like that other thing
You've
where you're getting
researched-
swallowed whole.
You've researched this
Yep.
along with Gabe on your secret meetings? I swear, like based on the podcast, you guys talk to each other maybe like every day for like 2 or 3 hours a day. Because there's so much stuff like prior to the podcast and after you'd be like, yeah, we were talking about this. I'd be like, what the hell? Like how
Max,
much do
you gotta
guys
give me your phone
communicate?
number so I can text you and
Yeah, we text each other. We don't do
we
Skype all
send
that
photos. We text.
Much. Yeah.
Oh, that's
You
weird.
want it? You
I
want to
don't
join
wanna
in
do
on that?
photos.
You don't-
That's
why not
weird.
you wanna
I
do
don't
photos?
do texting
Well-
either. That's the problem. You see, all my friends are always upset with me because I'll never reply. Like when my friends do that thing of where they send the text where it's like, "Hey, what's up?" I'll
just
just
ignore
be
it?
like, "Yeah," because
see-
to me it's like that's an uneventful thing. It's like if you want to talk to me, you could call me up. We could talk and
But what if it's like a short thing like, Gabe, look what I just got in the mail. Taylor Swift is here.
sure, yeah,
Yeah.
that like that's okay because it's like it's. But it's the same as a tweet. Like you could.
But I don't
want
to tweet you publicly.
Yeah,
I wanna-
we don't-
I wanna
yeah, we don't
text
want it
you-
public.
I want to get up in your private brain space.
Yeah, a lot of
Okay,
the stuff we
sure.
say on text
Sure.
can't be public.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not a big texter. Like I try to, and I've tried to like cut down on. There was 5 years where I didn't have a cell phone because of
That's
this kind of
insane.
stuff. Because I was like, I just don't want to.
So you're just very solitary.
I don't know. I just don't like being not solitary. I spend a lot of time with like friends and stuff. That's what I prefer. It's like being social. I don't like doing it over like phones and stuff. I don't know. Maybe
I
I'm
can't-
weird
I can't-
like that.
I can't be with Zach because he's in Indiana and I'm with Texas, so the phone is all we got.
Yeah, but you could talk. You don't have to like
Well,
if you want to have a conversation.
but Max-
like I can't stand these conversations. Like there's so many times when people go, "Hey, what's up?" and you're like, "Not much. What about you?" Not much.
Well,
And that's the
that's not
conversation.
Max, me and Gabe.
That's not how it goes.
Me and Gabe are like, hey, Gabe, like, there's a space next to me on the couch, and we got movies running. Why aren't you here? And then he's like,
Yeah.
I wish. And I'm like, I know that one day we'll be together.
That's exactly what it is most of the time.
Okay, never mind. I think I'm okay only hearing about
No.
these things after they
But
transpire.
a lot of our conversations, they're not worthy of a phone call.
No, it's just
if
like,
I-
hey,
if I-
did you see this football game? Or like, oh my God, this person's being stupid on Twitter.
Yeah.
Not you, Max.
Or
Um,
never you.
or like, sometimes it's just like a quick thing, like, you know, how's your day going?
Yeah, we do that a lot. I asked
and I
Zachary
call-
how
yeah,
he's
exactly.
doing.
But for that kind of thing, I'll call my friends.
All
I'll
right,
be
so
like, hey,
so
what's up?
Gabe, we got to give
I
Max
just
our phone
wanted to
number so he
check
can
in that
call
you're
us
okay.
daily and check on us.
Okay,
Are you
you're
good?
gonna call us?
Are you good? I'm good. All right.
Bye.
That's more useless than the text.
No, because I get to hear like it's more like personal that way. Whatever. I don't know. I guess I'm weird. Clearly, I'm the weird one because
No, you're lovely.
the
You're
average
lovely.
person would be okay with obviously
Well,
just like texting. But
good
to
thing
me,
you get to spend
I
actual
more
time
so
with us
prefer
next
to
week.
be like, "Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
What's going on? Are you good? I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, love
Just
you.
know,
Peace out.
just
And that's
know,
it.
just know that the invitation is there. If you ever want to become a part of our texting circle, you're welcome aboard. This train.
I won't be performing. Like, I'll underperform. My text game is so low that.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah. Oh, so games. Do we want to talk about them?
What games?
Didn't we?
Any of them?
I think the games we want to talk about, we can't.
I mean, next week is a big week until dawn.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We'll have Mario Maker deets for you.
Are we gonna be allowed to talk?
Yes, we can talk
Okay,
about
good.
Mario Maker next week. Yes,
That's good.
You can talk about Fallout if you want.
What?
No, for what?
What do you mean?
What are you
There's
doing?
no new news.
There is new news.
Well, the Pornhub stuff that they leaked Fallout 4 the face
Max's
invade.
face.
I promise I'm not making this up.
They posted the Gamescom. Someone recorded it on like a potato or something, and they posted it on Pornhub, so that it wouldn't get caught by like YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait,
That was an actual
So
news story.
what's the big deal about that? Wasn't there nothing new shown there? So.
Oh, the whole presentation at Gamescom was totally new.
Oh
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, the
Okay.
stuff I saw was brand new.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
you
not
said that there
public,
was
so-
nothing like.
Well, I mean, it's just more Fallout 3, but some people still want to see
It's
it.
not. It's not more Fallout.
It's more Fallout 3.
Oh okay.
But yeah, they showed a whole bunch of new Fallout 4
I want to
stuff.
just
and they
clarify.
uploaded it.
I got a bunch of hate for am I excited for Rise of the Tomb Raider and not Fallout 4, and Rise of the Tomb Raider is a sequel to Tomb Raider, and Fallout 4 is a sequel to Fallout 3. And I have two quick modes of clarifying this really easy. One,
I'm gonna time you. See how.
okay,
quick this
one,
is.
it
Go
didn't
ahead.
take them 7 years to make Rise of the Tomb Raider. Two, people aren't like blowing up and then reforming and then blowing up and then all of their intestines coming out their mouth and then their pants falling off about Rise of the Tomb Raider like they are Fallout 4. No one is out to claim that Rise of the Tomb Raider is like God's gift to the earth and it's going to sell 30 million copies. Done. All right, lightning round. We had a bunch of people send in lightning rounds this week.
Zach, never partake in like a presidential debate because
No, I'm like
those are
the
awful reasoning. But
I'm like
moving
the
on to
Donald Trump
lightning-
of our candidacy, where I just say my piece. And
Well,
then move
Donald
on.
Trump surprisingly actually did very well. So
He has no chance once it gets to actual like. Well, then again, I don't know. The Republican
I don't know because the funny thing
constituency
is that
very messed up.
all the little polls that they're doing, he's dominating. So
Do you know though? Like, if he goes independent, he basically screws over the entire Republican Party, guaranteed. Like,
what do you mean?
it's they've done like statistical analysis where if he decides to run independent based on his popularity, it'll be physically impossible for a Republican to win.
Yeah,
So he
Do it.
basically has the presidency. Like, he can decide what happens.
yeah.
Max, I'll tell you this. If Donald Trump becomes a president of the United States, I will go be your neighbor.
Well, it's going to be a little difficult, but good luck.
Wait, why? I can't be your neighbor?
No, because you can't just move to Canada.
Why?
Watch me.
You have to have you have to get the citizenship.
Right?
or
Yeah.
just, like, permanent.
He's got to be.
resident.
He's got to be by his best man.
Yeah, I'll go.
Sure.
I'll go get
Yeah,
citizenship.
you
What's
need
the
to
big
like.
deal?
Yeah, if you go through the proper avenues, no problem.
All right.
And then
cool,
we
as long
could
as-
do the watching movies on the couch and texting
Yeah.
Zach and be like, "Hey, look at this! We're watching a
There we
movie."
go.
Me and Taylor have all the pillow talk I need. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Lightning round, Zachary.
Lightning round. A lot of people have come through with lightning rounds lately, which I appreciate. The first one, I'm just going to mix some of these together. I'm going to take a cornucopia
Okay.
of
Here we go.
lightnings and make a
Okay.
round out
All
of
right.
it for the lightning round.
Okay.
We need to get like lightning sounds. Zach, are you ever going to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Choo-choo.
All right, I was
That's the
told
first
to
one.
look
Wow,
out for
that
this.
was so high. Wow, where'd you get that? You must have that was a high production
It
lightning.
was Taylor. It was Taylor.
Did you hear that? That was a thunder. Can we get a replay of that again? Wow.
Patrick
You're good
writes
at that.
in saying, which special strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, luck attribute do you look most for in a partner and why? This is a
Charisma.
Fallout girl talk question combo.
Charisma.
Wait, sorry. What are the options?
Strength,
Okay.
perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck.
Intelligence.
Combination of intelligence and charisma are the two.
Intelligence for sure.
Yeah.
Read an
I'm right
article
there with
about
you.
intellectual compatibility and how that is one of the they're finding one of the most
Yeah, but intellect and intelligence are two different things.
Very.
really
Yes.
Yeah.
school me on this.
Okay. Intellectual is more like to your ability to I guess maybe more like being more like emotional, like being able to understand people and like.
That's intellectual. Intellectual has nothing to do with emotions.
No. Well, okay. Intelligence is pure like knowledge wise, like like math, sciences.
Intellectual is just the descriptor of someone who has intelligence.
No, well, no. I think if you're intellectual, you're able to explain these. Like, okay, so.
Yeah. Okay, go, Gabe.
I was gonna say, all right. So
I guess
could
we're
be
not
like super
intellectual if we can't explain.
Somebody could be super smart and know all this stuff, but
that makes them intellectual.
No, okay, but being able to present it in a manner that makes it easy for someone else to understand, I think that's what makes.
So they're not a good communicator.
Sure.
Intelligence is what I pick. Okay, continuing on this riot. Out of all video game characters, which one would you be most interested in dating and why?
What are the options?
Any
Lara Croft.
Any video game character.
Lara Croft, and reasons are reasons. Because she's attractive, because she tombs...
I don't know. I think I would be terrified if I knew that my girlfriend's like out in a tomb all day.
She raids tombs all day. You could go raid the tomb with her, dude. You hold the door open so it doesn't close.
I'm not that brave. I would be terrified with her, so I would be... considering the way that some of those scenes go in like Tomb Raider where you fail... Yeah. That would be a horrific thing, so I probably wouldn't pick her.
I got your back, Laura.
Is there a Taylor Swift video game?
No. I was tempted to say Max, not you, Max, from Life is Strange, because I dig her, but I don't know how old she is.
She's 18.
Okay, yeah, then I like Max from Life is Strange a lot. I think she's a cool person. I like her.
I would pick either Katniss from Hunger Games.
It's not a game.
Hunger Game. Or I think I just have like these dreams of going on epic adventures and being part of your world where that world is really more exciting than our own. So maybe like Elizabeth from BioShock.
The finger would scare me.
Okay, so here it is. Intellect is merely thought functioning independently of emotion, whereas intelligence comes into being when one acts in perfect harmony both intellectually and emotionally. So I flipped them the other way around.
So intellect is void of emotion.
Intelligence, in our modern 2015, after the departure of our Lord and Savior, we definitely refer to intelligence as like brain power and like logic, right?
This doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's commonly said that like, yeah, intelligence is like obviously how smart are you? Like,
I still pick intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
But we move.
Gabe,
moving back.
What'd you pick? Endurance?
No, I picked intelligence. He picked charisma.
All right.
I don't know who I would pick. Like, we're supposed to only stick to movies? I mean, all games or...
That's what the question was.
I would say Peach because she's really hot, but she doesn't talk much.
What? How is Peach really hot?
She's gorgeous.
First of all, we've said this before.
Remember, guys,
we don't know
he
what's
picked
under
intelligence.
That's why I said not Peach.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a character because a lot of the characters that are like cool again, like Lara Croft, like she's awesome, but I'd be terrified knowing that she has like fighting crazy demons or something like that. So
can I pick Ellie?
And you have young.
Like, time has passed.
Oh, no.
I genuinely can't think of that. Shows you, I guess, a problem. There isn't all that many female characters and. But again,
there's a
Ellie,
lot.
Like, is she still in that world? Because, like,
I just want to go to these crazy worlds.
You want to go to a world where there's cordyceps mushrooms?
Yeah, I can shoot them. I can like run.
Oh, Zach, come on! With your punching ability,
have you seen my punching ability? You haven't seen it.
The first one of these shows up, you are god.
That's why I have this super strong girl with me. Ride or die, baby. Bonnie and Clyde. Let's do it.
So you'd be okay at just like putting yourselves at risk at all times.
Hey, if she has to protect me sometimes, I'll protect her some other time.
You got a lot of lives in that world.
Yeah, man.
Move on. Next one.
This one comes in from Rodrigo. He continues us along the interesting lightning round with left or right?
Right. Always.
Left. Always.
Always. No, I'll pick or.
Okay.
Well, fun fact, in Gears of War, when you have to go left or right, I always go right. So if that ever comes in your Gabe trivia, when you're on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you'll know the correct answer.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be like... All right, next question.
E3
on the CSP cast,
Volatile
Gabe mentioned once when he plays Gears of War, He chooses which pathway.
Gabe, I have a confession.
Oh,
What's up?
For the longest time, I could not spell your YouTube name right, and I would never find it on YouTube.
Me too.
Aw.
Because I would spell it volatile.
Yeah, me too.
Instead of volatile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes up with both.
No. E3 Gamescom or PAX?
E3.
E3.
I've only attended PAX, but E3 is more fun because you get like a lot more news. So
Yeah.
So E3.
I guess
E3.
I'll pick E3 because like that's the one that I enjoy the most in terms of news, but PAX is the one that I've actually attended, so it's fun.
Blondes, brunettes, or redheads?
Brunette.
Redhead.
I struggle with this.
As do I.
I
but
don't
have
want to
make a
insult
choice.
anyone.
No.
I mean,
Say one.
I think
Look, this is
making
the
this a
lightning round, and
It can
we're moving
be-
at a snail pace.
it can be any of them as long as you have beautiful hair and eyes.
Well, obviously, but you could just pick one. Pick one.
I would rather, but what I'm saying is,
This
I
is
would
not like a
I would
do or die
rather
question.
have.
It's just
I would rather have.
your
Even though red
preference.
hair isn't my preference, Gabe, I'd rather have gorgeous flowing red hair than some like gross, unkept brown hair.
All right. So think all of these are immaculate.
Okay,
haircuts.
he just
Which
picks all
color?
of them.
Just pick
But
one.
what color are their eyes?
Who gives a
It
shit?
does
That's
matter.
not
The combination has.
That's not the question.
Okay, then I'll pick blonde. Even though I
There you go.
don't think I would
That's it.
ever really pick that. All right, this one comes in from Bassett.
Wow, dude, Taylor just gave you a look when you said that.
Yeah, she did.
She'll dye her hair for me. Okay, I was in Los Angeles and I saw this super sexy hairstyle. This girl had gorgeous hair, and it was
Yeah.
basically like a triple scoop ice cream cone. She had a little bit of silver on the top. The next layer was
Okay.
pink, and then she had like sea foam on the bottom, and it was hot.
Not couch foam.
No. Next questions from Bassett. French toast or pancakes?
Pancakes.
This is tough. French toast has a little bit of merit that you
French
can't
toast.
ignore.
French toast.
I'll say pancakes.
I like pancakes.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
For what? Ice cream? I'm assuming ice cream, so I'll go
Do
vanilla.
you like the smell of vanilla like when you're cooking with vanilla?
I don't have a sense of smell.
Damn.
Yeah, it's good.
It is
I like
good.
it.
Let's see. Messi or Ronaldo?
Messy.
I know they're both soccer players.
I pick Ronaldo because he
Messi.
has cool hair.
That's
Is there a lightning round by Batman somewhere in there? Because
No.
somebody said, "Hey, look for a thing with Batman." So no.
Not that I've seen.
Okay.
who did you pick?
I pick Ronaldo
Yeah.
because of his hair.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Who, me? Messi.
There you go. Good choice.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi.
All right, and then let's go with one more final one. This comes from Rodrigo once again. IGN, Polygon, Kotaku, or other? I pick NeoGaf.
I picked NeoGaf too. I mean, all right. So if I had to pick one of the actual three, I'll say IGN because the other ones I have issues with.
You don't have issues with
But
IGN?
Not as many issues.
Yeah, I probably would agree. Like, I if out of those three, yeah, I'd pick that one too because I probably visit that one the most.
Yeah. But other is the correct answer because NeoGaf is an other.
All right. That wraps up our lightning round. Thank you guys for sending in such an eclectic and awesome bunch of questions. We'll now move to the regular email portion of our email segment.
Here we go. Regular email. What's
And we'll
the sound effect for the regular email?
I got it. Hold on.
Here we go. Here we
Okay.
go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Just like the lightning round had that high special effect.
Opening up
Wow.
the emails. Here they are. The
He
letters
just
have
busted
been...
open the ladders, guys.
All right.
Wow.
The first one is a follow-up. Gabe always asks for follow-ups. And
Yeah, follow-ups
I
are
wanted to
great.
use this follow-up to prove that our advice actually is worth a damn. This one
Yeah.
comes from Martin, who, if you remember last week, was talking about he dealt with depression, anxiety, and was really into a girl who had similar things.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Zach, Max, and Gabe. I will start off by expressing my deepest appreciation for you answering my situation last week. And especially because Zach was so serious while commenting on it, which I read that and I'm like, does that mean like I'm normally just like completely like...
You're a buffoon.
All right. I also thank Gabe for his words in the matter. Today, I am still texting nice with the girl in question. However, she turned out to be a little bit more complicated than I thought, And even though I'm still intrigued by texting her, I decided that there is no girlfriend potential, and she's more of just a friend. For me to have a girlfriend, I think what Zach said is right. Need to find someone with a stronger mental state. That way, we can both move forward. And he went on just to say, thank you so much for our advice and help, and I just thought it was a cool little follow-up to something that happened last week.
Fantastic. Glad it worked out.
Yes. And sometimes failure can result in the best success. Keep that one on your Buddha pedestal.
Yep.
If you want to take,
and the laughing cow has arrived.
And keep that in the Budapest hotel is what he meant to say.
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
I'm gonna keep my Buddha pedal straight to the metal. We're gonna rock this thing zen, taking it to another level. Here we go now. Bring in heavy metal.
Did not rhyme at all.
Sometimes, listen. If you are gangster enough to rap with flow, the rhymes, they don't have to go exactly right. I've seen Meek Mill, Lil Wayne, Drake do this a lot. It's just words that sound alike.
Not necessarily the highest tier of rappers, but
hold up, the best three.
That's ridiculous,
right.
But okay.
A thug moment is coming later, by the way. But for now, babysitting advice from David. Hello, Can't Stop Playing crew. My name is David, and I'm 14. I have 2 younger siblings. 1, a 4-year-old girl. 1, an 8-year-old boy.
Why are you laughing? What's funny about
He did this like the slyest little giggle.
Okay.
This means I'm required to watch them often. The thing is, I'm really bad at it. One time we played hide and seek and I totally forgot to look for a few hours. Another time they were playing in the yard and I locked them out by accident, so I need some help. If you guys have any ideas or advice, fire away. Love listening to the podcast. Stay awesome.
Confess to your mom that you're not great at that. So before you lose one of them.
Yep.
Yeah. You should do that.
Practice.
That sounds made up, by the way. But how do you just forget to look for someone?
If it's legitimate, I think you should come up with some set activities you should do. One that I like to do a lot with my little brother when he was a baby. We would do a little segment I like to call art shows, where we would pick a topic such as Muppets or Star Wars or Sesame Street or Nintendo, and we would each draw as many characters as we could come up with, and then we would reveal them one by one to each other, and it was quite the giggle fest.
Yeah. So find an activity that you can do all together and enjoy.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
But don't play
playing a video game, playing with Legos, doing something. I don't know.
Listen to this podcast.
Yeah. Well, no,
it
don't
needs
play
to be a
this
little
podcast.
bit more active because they'll get bored.
Have a dance party while listening to the podcast.
And
there
if they listen to this episode, they'll just simply get creeped out by your crazy story.
Vorarephilia.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, this one comes in from Aiden. It's entitled Troubles.
Oh.
Hello, Soul Robot, Mustard Lover, and fellow Canadian Cody.
Oh, hey.
So me and my best friend have known each other since we were 2 years old. Recently, I feel like we are drifting apart and going in opposite ways. I like video games. He likes sports. I like superheroes. He likes music. I hate hockey. He loves hockey. And to make everything worse, he has a girlfriend. Too bad I hate her.
There's no way it was written like that.
Yes, he has a girlfriend.
No, I'm saying, like, the way you did that, you're like, too bad I hate her. Like, like, what was that? You were reading it, like, in a monotone voice before that. You're like, you know, and to make things worse, he has a girlfriend. Too bad I hate her. What was that? Like,
he could have said I don't like her, but he said, too bad I hate her. Anyways,
Okay.
She is always with him. She has done some bad stuff in her life. Do you think we should split ways as friends, or should I try to put up with his girlfriend?
Well, I mean, how old is he, though? If you're friends with someone since you're 2 years old, I'm guessing he's 14 or above. That's still a long time. It's 12 years.
Yeah.
Like, who knows if he's even going to be with this girlfriend for, like, all that long. Dude, just wait it out.
Yeah.
Like, and it's, like, I have super different interests from all my friends. Like, a lot of my friends, like, love the gym. I obviously don't. Like... like, there's nothing wrong with having different interests. Like, if anything,
I obviously don't.
I gotta say though, all my friends and me have similar interests.
well, similar but not.
I mean, Gabe, if
identical.
you were like, "Hey, man, I just want to go get wasted, and I want to go and watch bad horror movies, and I want to like shop at the thrift store," like I don't.
yeah, we're not doing it.
Yeah, like I don't know that.
None of that sounds like anything I want.
Yeah,
to do.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you turned into that person, I don't know that we would hang out as much.
True,
Well,
but
you
also
don't hang
like
out
he's
as much anyway.
That's what you think.
Oh. Oh, okay. I see.
Gabe crawls through my iPad every day.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, he's so like maybe not picky might not be the word, right? He said, "Oh, I like video games. He likes sports. What's wrong with liking both?"
Well, the other one that kind of surprised me was the fact that he said, "I like superheroes. He likes music." Because
you can like both.
Because I just think, doesn't everybody like music, like to a certain extent? Yeah. Like I don't think there's anybody that just completely just does not listen to any type of music.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and also like, just because you like sports doesn't mean like, oh, I hate video games. Just
They're not mutually exclusive.
Yeah. And I mean, look, if you've been best friends for like years and years, I'm sure there's something that you've like bonded over. So do that, and honestly, sometimes it is a good idea to maybe like voice your opinion on like the girlfriend is like to him, obviously in private, like just discuss like why you're saying that she's bad for him or whatever you said. Like sometimes you need to bring that up because sometimes it's like kind of like you save your friends from bad situations.
Right.
Because they can't see it because they're up close to it. Whereas, like, you're from the side, you could kind of have more perspective.
Just don't take the backlash personal. That's the only thing I will say.
Don't.
I've been in like that situation a lot. Like where like I have friends that I care about deeply, and they're with like girls that I either think are like not right for them or just aren't like good people in general, or the situation's not right. And I always tell them, and they might not like to hear it right away, or they'll choose not to like pay attention. But you know, with time, they leave and they'll be like, "Oh, you were right." So just you might get some stuff from your friend for telling him that you don't like his girlfriend, but tell him, be like, "Hey, I hate her."
Raymond writes in, our good longtime fan from Dublin, Ireland, and he wants to know, at this point in the year, as we approach the fall season, which games do you think will be the biggest game of the year contenders? He nominates Witcher 3, Bloodborne, Fallout, Batman, MGS5. I thought we could each pick two that we think...
I think Fallout 4 wins Game of the Year without even a doubt.
Because people are...
Yeah, but still pick... Yeah, but pick one
not
more.
because people... I genuinely think it's going to be that good of a game that it's going to win. Like, I don't even think there's going to be a close second.
I think there is, and I think it's called Metal Gear Solid 5.
I don't know what that game is. I watched have you seen the Gamescom demo? I don't know what's happening in that game anymore. Like, not story-wise. I'm talking about, I don't understand the moment-to-moment flow of that game. You're, like, saving animals. You're
Zach,
on this big outer heaven.
Is Metal Gear, right?
No, but 4 had, like, logical progression. Like, go through the city, shoot stuff. This one, like...
Oh, sure, yeah.
Looks completely... I don't even understand what you do.
So not story stuff. You mean, like...
No, I'm talking about gameplay. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to do in this game.
It's open world, so obviously it's going to be, like...
Yeah. What you're trying to do in this game? You're trying to...
People can come to your base and steal your animals? What is that for?
I think your biggest concern.
Have you seen the...
You sound
Max.
like Jerry Seinfeld. Oh my god.
Max.
No, but like, I think there's a lot to the game.
Stop. Here's the question.
Oh, here we go.
What's the question?
Things are getting serious.
Do you think
I already think I don't know the answer to it.
I have a future? Do you think in like 20 years, maybe 15, you think I could be like a late night show host?
You giggle a lot. You gotta get that under control.
Well, Jimmy Fallon giggles a lot, so...
Do I have potential,
maybe.
Gabe?
All right, when you become a late night talk show host, can I be like that guy that you're always like asking?
You're like my little Mexican guy that I send out to do weird gags.
Yeah, exactly. What's his name? He has Guillermo. I know the guy's name. What the hell's his name?
Good,
dude. What?
All right, back on track. Metal Gear. Have you seen?
Yes, I've seen the gameplay, man.
Have you seen the bloody poster of Quiet and Snake?
Oh yeah.
What is that about?
What is that?
I don't know what it's about.
That's his fetish, like bloody girls. That's just gross, man.
That's not his fetish.
Yeah, Kojima
when has he ever done it before? Sure, but I don't. I think
you're just trying every week. Like you're like, what could I say this week that could get me the most possible amount of hate?
But every girl in that game is either like mutilated or in mini clothes.
I don't understand what your point is.
I've not seen enough. Like, I don't know.
I just want to go back, because I don't think we were doing podcasts at this point. Where was the second bomb in Ground Zeroes, Gabe? Just think about it.
Inside the...
Yeah.
Spoilers?
That's gross.
Spoilers? Yeah, but it's...
Yeah.
I know it's gross, but that's the world that...
So what are your nominations,
That's the world
that, Metal Gear and Fallout?
I said Gear... Yeah, those are the two.
I'm going to say Batman.
Ew.
Okay. Sorry, you couldn't beat the drill on
time. I think it's
time.
Batman and Fallout.
I'll say Batman and Black Ops 3.
What?
I think with
Game of the Year.
as-
When
yeah,
was the last time a Call of Duty was nominated for Game of the Year?
I didn't say it would be the popular pick. I said it'd be the right pick.
No. Well, no.
No,
Then
but
what's
the
the
question
Oh,
wasn't
everyone's
that.
gonna pick
The question
stupid Fallout
was-
because people are stupid. But I don't think Fallout's gonna be the best game that comes out this year. I just don't. I really don't.
I'd put Tomb Raider above Batman and above Black Ops. Like that's.
I think
weird.
Batman's phenomenal.
How would you put Tomb Raider above if you've not played it? Like, that makes no sense, Gabe.
No, okay. I'm going off the context of what I think the question is. You're saying, what do you think Game of the Year will be?
Okay.
I haven't played any of these games. I'm just saying I think these will be the
All
games
right.
that people talk about. Yeah, I haven't played.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of Tomb Raider, but not a whole lot.
I don't know. I mean, again, Batman probably won't because it didn't, like...
Yeah, that's my
it's
only
a
point.
sequel.
I still think it's a great game.
So
How
that
about
doesn't
Dota 2?
help it. Those games also never win, even though technically they are, like, the most played and stuff. Like, again, I don't know. I think right now, at this point in time, Fallout 4 and probably Batman, because Batman had, like, really good, like, cross appeal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And usually the game
Yeah.
that wins is not something that is way obscure.
I would like to put in a small vote for Mario Maker. I think for the right person, that could nab
Mario Maker will not be
for the
Game
right
of the Year.
person.
No. It could be for the right, but you could say that about any game that comes out this year. For
Okay,
the right person,
we know it's going to be evolved. Moving on. Sandy writes in, a new emailer, and wants to know, my question is, with all the games you guys have played over the years, has there ever been a game that you never played that people think you're crazy for not playing? For me, it was games like Legend of Zelda, Mario Party, Tekken, and Pokemon games. Anything that you
for
never
a while
played?
I didn't play. The Legend of Zelda franchise I didn't play for a long time. I've not even played all the games in that series, so that's probably one. What else have I not played that's like really popular?
I've never played Sly Cooper.
That's a good. Well, I like those games. I've played like maybe Fallout would be one because I've played it so little. Like I almost consider it not having played it at all. Because I mean, 2 hours in Fallout 3 is nothing. Like
Right.
that's essentially
Yeah.
like. So that's probably a big one. I didn't play Skyrim for very long either, so that's probably another one that I should have played maybe more or something. Yeah, those would probably be like the big franchises that people love.
Yeah, I never played Mordor, so that's one.
I don't know if that's
Elder
beloved,
Scrolls-
but all right.
How is it not?
Shadow of
Elder
Mordor?
Scrolls 3. No. Elder Scrolls 3. Is that not what it's called?
Mordor?
I don't think
Here,
so.
let me look. Let me look up
Morrowind?
Elder. Morrowind. There you go. See, that's how I've never played it. I said Mordor, didn't I?
Did you play
Yeah,
Mordor?
okay. Yeah, I played Shadow of Mordor.
Okay.
For me, I think it would probably be like I've dabbled in the Final Fantasies, but I've never beaten one.
Oh yeah, that's a
Have
big
you
one.
played
yeah.
one? Have you seriously played one?
He played the demo.
Yeah, I played quite a bit of 10, 7, 4.
What's quite a bit?
I don't know, like enough hours to know that it was really repetitive and boring. 5, 6, 7, 13 I played at least 10 hours of.
Okay, move on.
All right. Okay. This one's from Jonathan.
I'm just saving him, man.
Worst
I'm just
segues
saving him,
ever.
dude. When you're
Carry
saying
on,
stuff
carry on.
like Final
Yeah,
Fantasy
yeah,
5
yeah,
and 6
let's
aren't
not get
great,
into
like,
it.
come
Let's
on.
not get into the rants.
Oh my god.
I do have like this weird thing though, where I'm like, man, I should reconcile some things. Like, I never beat the original Sonic, so I want to like go back so I can like have that badge of honor on my video game like card.
I don't know if that's a badge
Well, I'm
of
just saying,
honor.
like in general, like the like loved games. Like that's why I initially wanted to go back and play those OG SNES Final Fantasies, was to have like that. Hey, I've played these, but then there's no way I could get through them.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Maybe Mystic Quest is more for you. It's a baby Final Fantasy game.
probably I actually like the Tales games a lot because the combat's actually interesting.
I think that's a
yeah,
more interesting like question. Is like I think there's a lot of games that are like really popular that are never finished, and I'm
Yeah.
like mad at myself for not finishing them. So I don't know.
Put yourself on timeout.
Some of them I wanna
Max
go
gets
back.
the dunce cap for the day for not finishing the games. This is from Jonathan. Hey, Gullible Gabe, Captain Canada, and Zach the Zebra. I love your podcast. It calms me down when I have anxiety, and overall is one of the best podcasts out there. I recently just started having a lot of anxiety problems. Basically, he talks about he's afraid to talk to his parents about it and how he should overcome anxiety if he should handle it on his own. And I just wanted to put in a quick word of advice, which is like the more that you are open and comfortable with anxiety, the easier it is to dispel if you try to keep inside. I've heard a lot of people, even big YouTubers I've seen, like, oh, they don't tell anyone when they're having like a panic attack, or they don't like, it's not really anything to be ashamed of. Plenty of people have anxiety. I mean, if you look at statistics on antidepressants, anxiety, stuff like that, it's pervasive throughout the country, and probably the world. So don't be afraid to tell people. It's not like anything bad. It's typically a biological or chemical thing that you can't even control. So I would definitely talk about it, especially your parents. You can get help then, whether that's through counseling, medication, even just like support, moral support. But it's nothing to feel like bad about. And I think if you have someone, whether it's your mom, your dad, whoever, that you can go to and be like, hey, I'm feeling really whatever, that's usually a source of calm that then they can reassure you that like everything's okay and they know how to appropriately, help you out. So we'll move right along, but I just wanted to say that. A kind email from a person, I don't know their name, but they just wanted to point out, they really wanted me to say that Gabe's review of Everybody's Going to the Rapture is absolutely fantastic. I would really appreciate if you told him that. It was really, really good, and one day I can see him becoming a great reviewer.
I don't know if that's my goal. I don't think it is. But thank you for the kind words anyways. I appreciate that. I know, like, quite a few people that listen to the podcast went and read the review. A lot of them did have nice things to say, and I don't think I did all that great of a job, but people seem to like it.
Congrats,
so.
Gabriel.
Thank you, guys.
Now for our actual deep relationship question of the day.
Oh, here we go.
Skylar writes in.
I'm drowning.
That's a cool name.
Hey guys, my name is Skylar.
Breaking Bad.
I've been listening to the podcast for a month, and I can't seem to get enough of it. It really helped me get through the majority of my days at my summer job. From Gabe's ketchup issues to your guys' love of video games, I always have fun. Lately, you've been giving out relationship advice, so I've decided to write in with a serious question of my own. I have a girlfriend who I love dearly, and we've been together for almost 3 years now. Everything with us is going just as a normal relationship would. I have a sister who is 3 years younger than me. He never gives his age, but based on his summer job and 3-year relationship, I'm guessing he's like 17, 18 plus, at least.
All right, question. I want to interject here for a moment already, because I've had this issue before. I thought Skylar was a female.
You also thought Jordan was a boy.
Yeah. So is this a female or a man?
Guy.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Skyler, Skyler, is typically the girl name, and Skylar with an A is typically the boy's name.
Well, I don't know how you're saying it.
Skylar.
Whatever. Apologies. Go on.
I have a sister who is 3 years younger than me, and she has a friend who is a year older than her, so 2 years younger than me. This friend is starting her first year at the same college I go to, so if she's 2 years younger, then he's a junior in college.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then he's probably not 17.
Yeah, so he's probably like 20,
18, 19.
20, 21-ish. I see her as a sister, or so I thought I did. Lately, I have been seeing her in a different way, a way that I never thought I would. I am attracted to her in every way possible. My question for you guys is, what do I do in a situation like this? I do love my girlfriend, and I'm just as attracted to her as I am the other girl. Do I throw away 3 years of relationship and pursue my sister's friend, or do I stay in a relationship where I am happy? Thank you for doing such an amazing podcast, and Gabe, don't ever give in with ketchup.
I won't. Thank you, though. God, this is a tough one, though, huh? Because he already has a girlfriend for 3 years, and he says he's happy, right? But how happy can you truly be if you're, like, already, like, I'm not saying you're thinking of cheating, right? But, like, thinking of, like, dumping that for this, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be something wrong with your relationship. Because I think if you're in a healthy relationship, sure, you can find someone else attractive, but you have no, like, actual instinct to, like, pursue that, right? And if you do have that instinct to, like, try to go after it in some way, I think that your relationship maybe isn't as strong as you think. But that's my perspective, though. I'm not super sure.
I'm going to put on my my Dr. Phil mask for a second here and say that
Here we go.
if you're 2021, that means that you started dating this girl when you were 17 or 18. And I would venture to say by going to college and experiencing that and kind of growing up, maybe you do have a different frame of reference or a different worldview or a different just personality in general than you did a long time ago. So I could see how maybe you are getting slightly bored of your current relationship. I'm not one for like, oh, throw it away and go whatever. But at the same time, I think people get often caught in relationships and then just stay with it because it's status quo. And I'm not really pointing you in one way or the other, just giving you food for thought. And also at the same time, I don't know how well you know this friend of your sister's or whatever, but as we discussed earlier with the special question about, significant others, looks are great, but I would maybe question which girl, or even just do a little comparison in your head of like their personality qualities, their mind qualities, their morality qualities, things like that, and see what matches up more for you there. But Gabe, your point is pretty accurate as well in terms of like if you're very much like, man, clearly some part of you is like, I'm looking for something better, it sounds like.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Like sometimes like it's hard to come to the realization that like, hey, maybe I'm not as happy as I think I am. Because I've had that, like, you know, in the past before, where I think like I'm in a great place and everything, but then you see your mind start wandering off in other ways, and I think that's you know, a telltale sign, or however you say it, that things aren't as good, because then I don't know if bored is the word, but stagnation.
Yeah.
I think
what it
the
is.
bird is the word, by the way.
And remember, like, the human mind is capable of convincing yourself of anything. I've had relationships in the past where I convinced myself it was really great, and everyone around me was saying, like, no, it's really not. And then in hindsight, it's like, yeah, it really wasn't. So be careful of the fact that either way, both ways in your situation, whether it's to stay with your girlfriend or to, like, try something new, it's possible to convince yourself of really anything. So at that point, that's where I really just reflect on, like, what do you really want? What are you going for? And maybe if you're like, hey, I can't really decide, I don't know this, maybe it's a point in your life where you're like, hey, I don't even have a serious relationship currently. I don't know. I mean, I think people that go from middle years of high school all the way through college with, like, the same girl or with a significant relationship, then, like, what happens when you're 22, 23, graduate? Like, you're just going to marry the girl, or, like, what? I don't know.
Because you grow and change so much as a person from, like, high school to, like, your middle years of college. Like, it sounds weird to say, but you're, like, almost a different person, just because you've learned so much, and hopefully you've adapted all of that to the way you live your life. So I don't know, man. If you're looking for something else, maybe, like I said, your relationship with your current girlfriend isn't where it should be, and you want to explore other options. There's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't feel ashamed about that at all. So,
following that up with another excellent question. This one is from Katarina, who has written in previously. Hello. She says, hello, boys. Thanks so much for taking the time every week to get the podcast out. I always look forward to it, especially lately with the whole relationship and life advice section just blowing up. You guys have been so entertaining. As a girl, I always wonder what guys think in certain situations, and I gotta say, I've learned a lot. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But anyways, she says, here's my question. So my boyfriend's birthday is coming up. He's 25 and has a similar personality to Max, I'd say. I'm assuming this is Max Blitzwinger, not Max from Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Last year, I made him some...
Why would you choose what? Okay, sure.
Last year, I made him some custom artwork for his favorite movies and video games. I'm the girl that did one of your very first fan arts. I believe she's the one who did the one that
amazing one.
Yeah. But this year, I can't seem to come up with anything special. Do you have any ideas on what I could get him? I don't want to just go to GameStop and buy him some game he may or may not enjoy. What would you guys be happy to get? We own a Wii U, a PS4, and a good PC, but I do live in Austria, Europe, so there's certain things that we don't have that you may have in America. Thanks so much in advance. Keep up the awesome work. So gifts, what would you like to get for your birthday that's a little bit more than just a gift card or a game?
Okay. All right. Give me a moment to ponder here, because you said she did the
custom art.
The prints, or yeah, she did custom art last year. I think that's a good one.
It is a great one.
But she so she can't go back to back on that. She's not Drake.
No.
Let's see. What would I like to get?
I don't know, maybe something more experiential, like, you know, go out somewhere, or like organize like a special day, you know, to do something that, like, you'll remember the experience. Like, it doesn't have to be always like a physical item that you're getting for someone, you know what I mean? Like, you could just make it something cool, like find out whatever it is that you guys like enjoy to do together, whatever, I don't know, whether it be going to some sort of event or a place, a specific place, or a park, or whatever it is, and just like organize something cool to hang out and chill out. Because I think sometimes that's like, that may be the best gift, especially if like you're both working and you're busy and stuff. Sometimes, like, if you could just have one day to like fully decompress and like enjoy yourselves, that's the best thing to do.
I think experiences are really good. I mean, just make it a day. It doesn't have to be even extravagant. You have to be like, oh, we're flying to the Eiffel Tower, but just throw them in the car and say, here, we're going to do this, or don't even tell them. Just surprise them and have it be a fun day together. That would be cool. Or do a scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunts are fun. Max, I like where you went with this, Max. I like it a lot.
Well, she did say who's closest to me in personality, so I was just trying to think, like, what would I want to do? So.
Yeah. So he must be really mysterious.
I did that one time, by the way. I picked Lucia up from school, blindfold her. We're driving her somewhere. I drove around town for a little while.
Was she your girlfriend or wife at the time? Or
you just picked her up from school? Get in the car. I'm going to blindfold you.
Is this how your relationship started?
She was my girlfriend at the time. That's hilarious. So I drove around town for a little while, just like to like skew her sense of direction, so she doesn't.
Because the blindfold was already on.
Wow, that's getting really weird and bizarre.
And then you stopped at the edge of the river on the outskirts of town. threw her in, never
Yeah,
to be
that's
found.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Thanks for the super dark turn, Zachary. So yeah, there you go. Hope we helped, and hope you guys have a good birthday.
Have you heard of what's this thing called? Okay, I gotta look this up now.
is it another weird phobia?
No,
where
it's not
people
Vor.
die?
It's either I don't know if it's Vor or Vore. Sleep by Is it called sleep by numbers?
The bed, the mattress.
No, sleep by sleep among the
What?
sleep. Sleep.
This is great podcasting material right here.
I heard this on another podcast about this like weird experiential show where they put a mask on you and you're like a living participant in this play and you're walking around and sometimes the actors will just like grab you and like tell you a story or like take you into their like hut. I don't know. It sounded awesome.
What podcast did you hear this on?
Rebel FM. It was like
When was
this week.
Was this
It
last
was
week?
like
Oh, I
sleep
haven't heard
by
this week.
sleep. It was Mitch Dyer from IGN did it and it sounded crazy.
Yeah, okay.
Experiences over things.
Yeah. Have
But
fun
if
with
you don't
the
have time for the experience, or if you guys don't like spending time together, and you do want to go for a thing, I think if you're creative, something like when Jake gave me these like wall clips for my controllers, that was like the coolest gift I got that my entire Christmas, I think. And it's not expensive, it's not whatever, but like an interesting thought that I would not have gotten on my own or thought of, and then added a little bit of flair and fun to my setup.
Here's the perfect gift.
Okay.
Get him an iPhone with every episode of our podcast on it already, and bam, that's hours of entertainment.
We'll sign a photo of ourselves for you if you'd like.
Yeah, all right.
Mason writes in, my message is, my parents, especially my dad, hate video games.
Sorry, it's just the worst segues ever, and like
They're amazing.
Okay, keep going.
My message is, my parents, especially my dad, hate video games and think they're a huge waste of time. Did any of you ever experience this? And if so, what did you do to convince them?
Ignore them.
Gabe.
You don't get... What I mean, what?
Ignore
Like,
them? Yeah.
if-
I'm going to play my video games anyway. Screw you, parents. Good idea.
Well, you don't gotta do it like that, but be like, hey, I'm still gonna play my video.
But what if
games.
they're saying,
Like,
no,
I
you
under-
can't play them, dumb boy?
Yeah, especially if
then
they're
you-
paying for them.
Yeah, then you have bigger problems in life. Like if your parents are.
I'll
like
never
that,
forget
like-
the time my mom locked my systems in the trunk of my dad's car. That was bad. Because I bought a lot of my games, even when I was younger, even when I was like 13, 14, I would like mow lawns or sell stuff on eBay.
Yeah. Shout out to mowing lawns.
And it was like my mom never loved games. She was never really against them. I think the best thing to do, honestly, is to be judicial with when you play them. I think if you like get your stuff done and then play them, there's a lot less issue than the kid who like comes home from school and is just like instantly on the Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I
my
mean,
advice.
you have to just make it reasonable. Like, if you come home and you got all your homework done and, you know, they do that little check. Did you eat? Yes. Did you do your homework? Yes, there it is. You know, so if you get the check marks on those, I don't think they'll mind as much. And then also, you do have to probably be, like, reasonable about how much you play. Yeah. Because some people do play for, like, you know, 10 hours straight, and it's like, yeah, that's probably something that your parents are not going to really be like, great, keep doing that. So just keep that in mind. And always just remember the fact that most of the time when your parents are quote unquote annoying you, they're still like doing stuff from like the best possible thing for you. Like even though it seems annoying, as time goes by, you'll be like, okay, that made sense.
Parker writes in, hello there, Can't Stop Playing Squad. I'm Parker, and my question today is the following. I've always wanted to live a healthy life. I always try to eat good and lose weight and be happy. How do I eat healthy and forget bad foods? I always try diets and eat good, then fail and fall for those bad foods. Please
Zach
help
is
me.
going to take it away. Go ahead,
All right,
Zach.
so when
You
I
are the
started
pro.
eating healthy, I was 12 years old, and it sucked. I would dump the protein drinks out the window. I would not want to eat the protein bars. I would not want any of the foods.
That's
whatever,
not healthy, by the way.
to dump it
Drinking,
up.
well, protein bars are not like.
Well, these
It's not
were
a diet.
these are more medical food than they were protein. This isn't like protein bars like Cliff Bars. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about the specifics. But basically, your taste buds and your mouth and your body take time to adjust, and so you basically just have to like grit your teeth and bear it for a while. Now, after 12 years, 13 years of that, I'm at the point where the bad foods that you're referencing taste usually gross. Like, I still have a soft spot for cookies and cake and stuff like that, but majority of stuff doesn't, and you just kind of have to, like, force yourself to deal with, like, it's going to be rough for a while and annoying, but I think the best thing you can do is to try and, I don't know if this is a family change for you or a personal change, but try and find comparable foods that you can make in healthy ways, because there really is a lot. It's not like you just have to swallow tofu and like suck it up for the rest of your life. Basically, everything I eat is relative to a normal meal, just natural and fresh. So if you have the opportunity to find ways to do that.
Well, I mean, come on, though. Let's be honest.
It's expensive.
There's nothing healthy alternative that tastes as good as like a pizza or a burger or French fries. Like, that's a lie. Like, the fact that people go out there who are like vegetarian or like who are super healthy are like, oh, you can make this and it's going to be like, if you eat jelly sweet potato fries that are actually
Here's the deal, though, because once you change your taste buds, like, to me, hamburgers and cheeseburgers are freaking filthy.
Yeah, but I don't think that that's a matter of like changing your taste buds. I think there's a factor of like, look, our bodies love sugar naturally. Our bodies love salt. Our bodies love fat. So when you eat that, it tastes delicious.
Well, it's also because there's so many additives and...
No, sure, but the fact is, like, McDonald's French fries are awesome.
Yeah, but
I don't eat them, but they are delicious.
I have grass-fed buffalo burgers that I think taste just as good.
Not everyone can afford that. That's my issue with it.
As like hamburgers from wherever else you get them.
The other factor that I think is also sometimes like that is unaccounted for is like a matter of like, it's a lot easier to eat unhealthy because
for sure.
It's not as expensive.
Cheaper.
That's number one. Yeah. Like, you know, the fact that you can go to a McDonald's and you can get a burger for like whatever it is. I'm sure in America you can get one for $1 or $2, right? Mm-hmm. So the fact that you can do that, but if you want to get like a good salad, not with terrible dressing or something, it's like $14 or like $15. Mm-hmm. That obviously kind of like points you towards what your diet should be, because for most people that's a big consideration. So that's one.
Yeah.
Two, in my opinion, healthy eating, like my experience with it is that I think there is no diet that works for everyone. So like what works for Zach doesn't mean that it's going to work for the listener or for anybody else. I think that it's a matter of like when you eat, you can just feel your body. Like, you know, like after you eat something, if you feel like it doesn't belong there, then that's probably a food that you don't necessarily have to cut out, but you could like minimize how often you eat it. So like, for example, I love pizza. Like pizza is one of my, it is my favorite food for sure. But I've minimized myself to only eating it like twice a month. So as much as I love it, I only have it very, very sparingly. And instead, like I try to eat, let's say, healthy for most of my meals of the day. And there are somewhat healthy alternatives that you can have. Like if you eat oatmeal, I know it's not particularly great by itself, but if you add like a little bit of agave nectar into it and some berries, or maybe berries are more pricey, so you could go with like just apples, you know, like I like, for example, to just grind up an apple so that it's more like the texture fits better, and that's awesome. Then for lunch you could just have like a salad, but it doesn't have to be like an expensive salad. You could just get like a bunch of spinach leaves and then maybe put like a chicken breast on there or something like that, and that'll be a affordable way to eat healthy and it still tastes good. So
yeah. And just to clarify, like I wouldn't characterize my eating as a diet. I think diets like in general are dangerous.
No. But a diet is just your eating regimen.
Yeah, my
like
diet,
it doesn't,
but not
a diet.
Like a
not
diet.
No. It's not a diet, but I'm saying like dietary, like in general, a diet is not like being like, oh, I'm not going to eat certain things. It's just what do you eat? Like you could say your diet could be McDonald's.
Sure, I'm just saying mine is very broad in the sense that I just don't eat processed foods for the most part: wheat, sugar, dairy, gluten.
I want to chime in because I feel like Zach is way on one side about being like crazy healthy. Max is trying to get there, and I'm the complete opposite. I'm 100% not healthy. But he didn't say his age. But when I was younger, I was a lot healthier, right? But it was never I can't eat this thing. I've always eaten what the hell I want, and again, that is obvious. But the thing is, I have a friend, right? He's humongous. Like he says he wants to look like The Rock. He is getting there. Like I don't mean humongous and fat. I mean humongous is in pure muscle. This guy is jacked, right? And he eats whatever he wants.
But that's probably also unhealthy.
No, he's super healthy.
Well,
the thing
when
is
you have that much muscle mass, it's probably not good for your heart.
Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know about all that. But, all right, his point, and the point that I find to be true, at least for me, is eat what the hell you want, but be ready to work out that much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't work out every day. Like, my workouts consist of me going to play basketball for a few hours, so I'm doing a lot of cardio, so I'm not, like, lifting.
But I don't think so, because that's a problem. Like, then you're not being healthy. Like, you're just, like, you could be in shape physically, but you're not healthy, because you like the fact that if you go into your body and you have like ridiculous cholesterol levels, like just working out doesn't like take care of cholesterol or like your sodium intake.
One of the big things that like I tell people when they ask me about that, and again, I'm not trying to like challenge you directly, Gabe, or anything, but like a lot of people view food and eating as a external like plus or minus, like, oh, this is going to make me fat, I don't care about that, or this is going to make me skinny, I want that. And in reality, majority of food intake is most important to the inside of your body and the interior health and the inner health. And you could be a gorgeous specimen and have horrible internal health, or vice versa, I guess. So to me, like, what you eat is much more about intestinal health and just overall body function and performance than it is appearance. And I think that's what I like to keep at the forefront of my mind, or what I tell people is like, hey, like, don't do this because you want to be, I mean, you can if you want to be like, oh, in shape or whatever, but it's mostly about like you have one body and that's like all you get. So that like kind of like cheesy saying of like your body's a temple is pretty true, in the sense like you can get another dog, you can get another car, you can get another video game, but like if you like screw up your body or don't take care of it, like what are you gonna do? You're kind of out of luck.
Well, I mean, like, you have a super great point, and all of that is fine, but a lot of people don't necessarily care.
Sure,
you know what I mean? Yeah, and it's not right that they don't care. Obviously, everybody should care about their health, but it doesn't enter like into people's minds a lot, and I know because like it doesn't enter mind. Like I know I might not be the healthiest person, but I go get a checkup at the doctor, not regularly, but every once in a while, and I'm fine. Like, I don't have any diseases, like, I don't have problems with my cholesterol, nothing like that. I'm just bigger, and like, I could still run, I could keep up, like, it's not like I'm running out of breath every other, like, I'm perfectly fine, I'm just bigger, so I don't care. I eat what I want, I run a lot, so that I don't keep getting fatter. I'll randomly lose weight, but then I'll gain it right back, because I'm an idiot. But it's admirable for anyone that like is trying to be like healthy to the point that Zach is. I know I can't get there. Like, I know it's just so far out of reach for me, and I don't want to get there. But good luck on your thing. I mean, I know it's difficult to cut a lot of that terrible food out, and it's probably something you should do, honestly. Like, I wish I could like just not eat a whole bunch of the crap that I eat, but you know, healthier stuff is more expensive, and
that's the big thing. If there was a way that the government or somebody could step in and incentivize healthy eating, because it's such a catch-22 of like people should eat healthy and should whatever, but it's so, like you said, it's so limited by that cost factor of like all the worst foods for you are the cheapest, and therefore, especially kids who aren't the ones making the purchasing decisions, that's why there's so many rising, you know, stats on youth diseases and whatnot, is like they don't have a choice, and there has to be some way that, or I'd love for there to be some way for people, government or organization or stores or whatnot, to find a way to be like, hey, we're going to subsidize or incentivize or in some way encourage people to go buy the berries and the oatmeal instead of the Fruit Loops and the, you know, whatever. Anyways.
Yeah, because, see, perfect example, right? I could go buy a pizza, feeds me and Lucy. Let's say I pay $12 for the pizza, right? Me and Lucy both get to eat from that. If we wanted to eat healthy, $12 gets me a salad, but then I still gotta worry about her, so that's another $12. It like more than doubles the price.
It
so
sucks.
It's crazy,
but
yeah.
Bobby writes in saying, so Gabriel's Gabriel's kryptonite is ketchup. I would like to know what Zach and Max's main weakness, if any, are.
Probably majority of seafood. Like, I eat seafood,
really?
but very, very sparing. Like, I can't eat scallops or a lot of other from fish I'll only eat like salmon and haddock. Then I'll have shrimp, I'll eat lobster.
You like tilapia?
No. Like seaweed, tilapia, a whole bunch of other fish like bass I don't like.
Wow.
A lot of, and to be fair though, I've gotten way better at it because there was a point in time where I wouldn't even try salmon, but slowly but surely over the years, it's like taste buds are a big thing that changes over time because like I used to hate olives, but now I love olives, so it's one of those things that like I bet you like every 10 years, if you ask me what is something that I like or don't like anymore, it always changes because I don't know. It's like a constantly rotating thing. Zach.
Gotcha. I really don't like seafood either, so I can definitely agree with you there. For me, I'd say bugs.
That's not a common like meal though.
Does it have to be a meal?
No, he's saying no. He didn't say it had to be a meal.
Oh,
He's
okay,
saying,
so
what's
it can
something
be
that you're just like-
anything.
What is your
Okay, sorry.
kryptonite? I don't
Yeah,
really
okay.
like bugs.
Bugs, I don't mind. I'll kill. I'll punch.
I also
bugs
don't
to
like
death.
thoughts of death. Like if you're gonna come and like fill my mind
can
with
Gabe
like
ever not equate like a fear to having being able to punch the thing? Like,
Who, me?
I'm not scared of ketchup. I'd punch ketchup.
No, I wouldn't punch ketchup. Hell no.
It's like that's not what it defines.
No, but I'm saying like I'm not afraid of bugs. I'll fully just grab a bug. Like okay, a spider. I'll have a spider in my hand. That doesn't freak me out.
Even a tarantula?
No, I've held a tarantula.
Oh.
It doesn't freak me out.
Wow.
what about
That's pretty-
roaches?
I'll kill them.
Oh, you
But,
have
like,
nothing
I'm not-
on roaches, dude. They survive everything. You hit them like 3 times, they're like done. All of a sudden, it's like something moves. and it
that's
comes
why I
back
need
to
Zach
life.
to show me his punching technique so I can make sure they don't survive.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Zachary?
That's
Right,
right.
Zachary?
Our final email of the week
Here
is
we go.
from Jordan. Another life update. Hey guys, it's Jordan. Yes, the same girl Jordan that is moving to an apartment with her boyfriend, Gabe. I just want you
I
guys
like
to
how
know.
that's the way she like does the intro.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Jordan. Yes, that Jordan.
I just want you guys to know I'm loving the podcast more and more each week, and to let you know that we officially signed the lease for our apartment. I'm doing an excellent job of saving up. Our husky dog is doing great as well.
Congrats.
And she just wanted to give us the update. She was actually the one who prompted me to talk about our lives. She was one of a couple people that asked, wanting to know how we were doing. So thank you for following up, and thank you for writing in. Plenty more emails. We'll get to more in the coming weeks and episodes and such. If you guys want...
And I also did want to mention, because a lot of
Yeah.
people were like, isn't this a gaming podcast? It was a big dry spell of games, but you saw even this week, there's a lot more games to talk about. And to be fair, over the next few weeks, I'm sure that there's going to be way more games talk in terms of ratio-wise.
It's going to get to the point where we can't even cover everything that we want to cover. So
Yeah.
Yeah. All of this was like a great way to hold over the fact that there's nothing coming out.
it's like summer. You're sipping on lemonade. You're chilling with Hulk.
Look,
you're
it's
just having
the
a
three
good
of us.
time. Well,
Yeah.
who's Hulk, Gabe?
Gabe, that's you, Quicksilver, and I'll be Captain America.
Okay.
Perfect.
From Canada.
Man, and huge thanks to Jordan for writing in and letting us know how she's been doing. I appreciate that. That's
For sure.
awesome.
Keep sending your RSVPs for packs and your questions to can'tstopasking@gmail.com. If you have any weird fetishes or know someone who has Vorarephilia, definitely keep us.
Oh, and also rate the podcast. If you're
Yeah.
a new listener or something like that and you're enjoying the podcast, it helps us out a ton. It helps the show get to more ears and eyes. So, just give it a rating.
Guys, sharing is caring. If you need some good karma, send the podcast to a friend.
There you go.
There you go.
Hype City, we have a jingle. This jingle
Okay.
comes in from Marius, and he says, "Hello, abominable ketchup hater, Ghost in the Machine, and the Blitzer. Writing in from Baku, that's in like Battlefield 3. I don't even know where this is located, but I think it's an
Okay.
island.
Okay.
Okay.
So here comes our Hype City jingle. As we approach Hype City,
Here we
are
go.
you ready for it? Here we go. There's the train.
I like how you just sliced it in.
The podcast.
Wow.
This is that time. Hype City, that is the crime. No, it's not. It's really divine. We tell you our favorite games one at a time, each of us at a time. Let's go. Hype City. Games one at a time. There we go.
That was amazing.
It's a little long, but I love
that
it.
was
I love
amazing.
it. It's
Thank
just
you.
a little bit.
Thank you, Marius, for that.
Zach,
epic-
next week just insert
I
it
will.
into the actual
Yeah. And if you guys want to keep sending jingles for Hype City, for the lightning round, for emails, definitely go for it. We'd love some more fun little bits. Thug moment of the week before we get to Hype City. Sorry
Oh,
about
here
that.
we go.
All right, so here
What,
it is,
is
Gabe.
this a new segment?
Yeah, we had it last week, remember?
Oh yeah, we did.
and you
Yeah.
rudely
must have done
suggested
so
that
well.
it was gonna not follow up. But here it is back
okay.
again, Max. All right,
Okay.
so
Okay.
I'm considering getting a design shaved into the side of my head for PAX. And I have a haircut tomorrow morning at 9:45 a.m. So I have to make this decision quickly.
Which is actually about 10:30 in Zachary. But okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, she's always late. So, okay, always.
So you're both late.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Too late's make a right. Something like that. Anyways, so I just want to know, like, Ronaldo's done it, okay?
Yes.
I just want to know if I have enough
Gravitas?
oomph to make this work.
You would do, but you got to change the top too, Zachary. Like, because yes, you got a haircut and you did the little thing, but dude, you
No,
gotta,
it's going to be the same top, but I'm just going to have, like, a design shaved in the side of my head.
I think you
Yeah,
should
do
have
it.
Taylor.
Like, her name?
No, her face.
Oh,
Oh,
that's going to be a little hard.
Well,
but-
like,
but
can't you
do
do it
the
like
lines.
really tiny or something? Or is that not possible?
I say do the line, Zach. I say do the line.
The lines?
You only live once.
What about, like, a zigzag like Ronaldo?
Yeah,
Okay.
do it fully.
Sure.
I
We'll
approve.
find out at PAX.
I need a haircut. I need a haircut for PAX too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to touch.
You should
the
go
beard,
all
though.
bald, totally shaved, beard
You
and
look
hair.
like Max Payne.
Yeah, I'm not shaving the beard. I like the beard.
No, not the beard. He had
Oh.
a shaved head and the
Okay.
beard.
No, he said I should go all bald.
Oh.
You should go clean boy cut.
No,
All right.
I'm good, bro.
Hype City.
Ha ha hype city.
Should we hear the jingle again to get us in the mood?
Sure.
Here we go.
ahead.
Hype
Here
City.
we go
This
again.
one coming in. If I can unlock my phone, coming in from Baku.
I like the train right here. There it is.
There you go.
The podcast. This is that time. Hype City. That is the crime. No, it's not. It's really divine. We tell you our favorite games one at a time. Each of us at a time. Let's go. Hype City. Games one at a time.
Fantastic.
All right. So where are we going this week, Gabe?
All right. I want to say two things, but I think it's three things. Actually. All right.
You think?
Metal Gear, right? It's coming. It's a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You know, super.
Do you have the
soon,
arm on
right?
pre-order?
You know, no, I wish. You know what else is coming up? Like right there, Mad Max, the game. We've totally forgot about
All
that. We should probably write an email to someone about
Yeah.
that. All right, and the last one, Mario Maker. Playing that. We're all playing that this week, I think. Right? Something like that. Mario Maker's fun. Been watching a lot of these videos that other people are making, and now I'm excited to play it myself. I'm going to make a level for you guys, and you guys will never finish it.
That's probably
So that's
not
it.
going to be that hard considering what you can do in that game, but okay.
Yeah.
So,
What?
What's
So,
the
yeah.
What,
Go.
all right, that's 3. Okay, we've had some like really awkward moments lately. I don't know. Our chemistry is like off. I think we need to like mix fluids at PAX or something so we can get our chemistry balanced.
I've been needing to go to the restroom.
We need our pH to be back in the center. It's too basic right now.
yep.
Yeah, I got to show you a skit after this, by the way. But all right, go. Somebody.
Go, Zach. You can
All
go.
right, I'm really excited for Mario Maker as well. I'm also excited for Until Dawn, which debuts next week. I want to make teens feel uncomfortable in their situations.
I wonder how you're gonna feel because like that game.
Oh my god, that is the
Zach.
line of the week right there. He saved it the best for last. I want to make wow.
What are you gonna say, Gabe? It's scary.
No, well, yeah, you're not into horror games. This is like very graphic. This is,
Apparently, like what we played at E3 wasn't scary at all. But apparently, like they put people in a room and they shrieked and yelled and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just excited. Like I hope that I can fall in love with one of the girls, and then I'll be like, I got to keep her alive. No, they're all gross.
No, dude. Have you not seen horror movies? Once you fall in love and you have,
I know, that's what
sex, you die.
I just want to make sure that I fall in love so that I can like keep that one alive and be like, get away from my girl, dumb boy.
That's what you were doing. Okay, look.
Can't you control that character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the campaign, that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
You're trying to save that
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, it didn't work out so well.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
So I need to pick a new love interest for Until. I'm just really excited. I think Until
Yeah.
Dawn is like going to be really, really like mediocre,
And Zach,
but also
what is
fun.
that? Is that an exclusive?
Sure
Yeah,
is.
it's a August exclusive, not a fall exclusive.
It's okay. All right, man.
It should be good though on my PlayStation 4. Darth Vader PS4. You guys see that?
Yeah, that looks really cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, we didn't talk about any Star Wars news from D23, but maybe we'll do that next time.
I'm wearing a shirt.
That probably... Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to pick Mad Max again. I'm not going to pick Super Mario Maker because that's what you guys already picked, and we've been picking it over and over again. I am absolutely stoked for The Force Awakens. Like, I can't wait for that. Especially because September 4th, which we're getting close to, that's going to be the official reveal date. But they've already leaked a whole bunch of toys and a whole bunch of already merchandise has been revealed. If you follow Star Wars 7 News, I think, or Star Wars News 7, something like that. StarWars7News.com, I think. They've done like a bunch of pictures. Like they showed the Kylo Ren Black Series figure, which looks awesome. They did Finn. The poster that was revealed at D23 kind of confirms that Finn is probably going to have some sort of Jedi.
What's the main girl's name? Rey?
Rey, yeah. She's got that staff. I'm interested to see what that staff is, because...
So it's like the Stingray has a fin?
Use that thing? I don't know. Is she going to use that thing against a lightsaber? Because a lightsaber would cut through that, no? Maybe it's made out of like a special metal.
The real question here is how many Vorarephilia people have had fantasies about the Sarlacc pit?
Oh my god, I don't know. A lot?
Plenty. I'm sure plenty.
Zach,
Star Wars is going to be great. I'm excited for that. I hope we can all see it together. We should have like a date where we all come together and see it.
Oh, someone asked me this just last night. They said, what are the chances of you guys coming to PAX South? I said, hey, I can drive to PAX South, so all you got to do is talk the other two.
Is that the one in...
January?
No, I mean, like, where is it?
Austin.
Oh, it's in...
Austin.
Okay.
Like, I legit would consider it because PAX East this year has been pushed to late April, which is literally 6 weeks away from E3, at which point I don't know that I want to go to that.
Yeah, because if you guys can come to PAX South, I'll
Normally
drive.
PAX East is like end of March, and this year it's like April 20-something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. We'll see.
It's not out of the realm of possibility, we'll say that.
I just want to see all the horses and buggies and heat down in Texas.
Oh, well, man, we'll take you to
I think they have
some
cars,
good food.
I'm pretty sure.
Do they have cars, Gabe?
No, we ride pigs everywhere.
See, Max?
Oh, wow. That sucks.
Austin is a beautiful city. Beautiful, beautiful city.
Should be cool, and so will next week, because we'll be at PAX together once, not even again, for the first time, at the very first time.
For the first time.
All three of us.
First time.
In one location.
For the first time in
We're gonna introduce Max to Cuddle Time.
Body love, baby. Bringing it straight to those Canadian cells of yours, Max.
Why is your voice vibrating as you're saying this? This is freaking me out.
It's going to be good. Get that bath flow going. I'll bring the bath bombs from Lush.
I am so glad that we're staying in different
scented
hotels.
Candles.
No, we're not. One of us is staying with you.
Yes, we are.
He's just talking about me. He just wants to be far away from me. It's okay if Gabe's with him. Anyhow, we'll be live at PAX next week for some shows, some videos, some fun. We'll give you more details on the meetup ASAP. Follow our channels, follow our Twitters, twitter.com/GhostRobo, twitter.com/Blitzwinger, twitter.com/VolatileGabe. And
VOLATILE.
And
we'll BLITZWINGER.
TSWIFT. And we'll be back next week with games, conventions, and more. Until that time, though, thanks so much for watching. Fantastic week. Enjoy your lives. Stay safe. Don't drive if you don't have a license. And we will see you all later.
Alligators. Bye, guys.
Please let Tom play.
Please let's hump it play?
Please let Tom play.
Oh.
Please let Tom play.
I don't know what the heck you just said.
Please let Tom play. 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 Please let Tom play.